What I'm on here for about is Queen Sheba.
Play that louder now, because we don't get to hear that often. Say it louder. I think you are very open-minded about a lot. I think you haven't had an opportunity to experience a conservative relationship. Hold on. And if and when you do, come back and talk to me.
Queen Sheba.
Yeah.
What you don't realize is that you don't listen, ma'am.
I don't have to. You're not my daddy. All right, yes, we got the palace in the house tonight, y'all. Happy Tuesday, everybody. I hope I inspired you with enough get up and go energy to get you up out your seat, at least to grab a plate from the kitchen, at least to pour a little something in your cup. Man, hold up. I got too much lean in my cup. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Palace, welcome. Moderators, welcome. Nicole B, welcome. Cornbread04, Rue Jones, I see you, baby. Y'all are jamming. Janice Walker up in the chat, let me know I'm coming through loud and clear. Red, and yes, we on one. We love y'all. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And for those of you that are just pulled up to just enjoy the show tonight. Welcome, y'all. That's what we do over here in the palace. We put it down. We stand on business, honey. And you can say whatever the hell you, even though it's not Saturday, even though it's not, I said what I said Saturday, you can still stand on business over here. It don't matter who you like, who you support, who you don't like. The doors of the palace are open, and that's just what we do. We ain't timing nobody out. Moderators for disagreeing. Let these people stand on their business. Now, if they get to a point where it's just completely, utterly disgusting, which I've never seen, maybe once or twice, then we'll stand on business. But outside of that, let these people talk and pop their shit if they want to, disagree, whatever they got to say. But listen, y'all, we got to talk. And if you like that beat that I just dropped, that's my producer, somebody I've known since high school, that's in the music industry. I'm telling you, that beat is fire, honey. Every time I listen to it, I'm like, damn, that boy did it. Feel free to reach out to him and say, hey, listen, your homegirl, Queen Sheba, sent me to you to make me a beat. Because I don't want no copyright strikes on YouTube, right? And that's what he can make happen for you. That's my boy, Will Marshall. I am going to drop his contact information in the chat. LMTKBZ@gmail.com. I placed it on the screen. And as a matter of fact, let me show you how creative he is, because that's all we do in the palace. He actually developed and designed a kids channel on YouTube that's very safe for those of you that have young ones. And it's called The Adventures. Actually, not The Adventures, but Adventures of BB. Make sure you
Hey there, boys and girls, come with me from the magical lands to the deep blue sea. BB's on a quest full of laughter and glee. The amazing adventures of BB.
I just love it. I love it. I love it. And Courtney says that blue hoodie is fire. Which one? With the lips? Girl, ain't it? Ain't it fire? Listen, y'all got to give a shout out to my girl, Trending, at some point. Trending. Listen, Trendy put it down. I work with Trending to design my cruise shirts for the palace because we are selling away, honey. We bringing in a new year on some real life. We about to expand and spread our wings and fly. So I say, Trending, I need you to put some on it for me. And boy, did she do. And we call it the mood collection in the palace because we all got different personality types, and the different colors of the lips represents your personality type. Let me give you an example. This one right here, what you see, you may not be able to tell, but in the upper right corner at the top of the lip, it says moody. So that's for my moody people that's cruising with me. So when you see these lips, leave them alone. They moody. They might be hungover. They may not want to talk. And those blue lips that you saw, Courtney, that's anxious. That's anxiety. That's anxious. That's the people that may be a little anxious around folks that they don't know. So Trending has done a really, really good job. We appreciate you, Trending. Y'all, we got some beautiful, talented people in the palace, and we definitely lean on each other when it comes to skill set, and that's what she was able to do for us. We appreciate you. Actually, she's making me 5 pair of mood lips. So thank you, Trending. They love it, and this is the blue one. Yes. Can anybody find where the word anxious is? Anxious is hidden on this lip, and that's how talented we are. So when you see these blue lips in the palace, approach them with caution, because they might be a little anxious. They don't know who you are. They don't know where you're from. They don't know what you're talking about. Y'all, is that not kick ass or what? Is that not some bad to the bone ass shit or what? Excuse my language. I'm sorry to all my beautiful mothers in the palace. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yes, it was the bottom lower right. You got it. Yes, yes, it was the bottom lower right. What about the calm? Did y'all spot where the calm lips? Did you spot? Let me see if y'all can spot the calm. I should have did a contest because I know y'all like money, 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 money comes to me flowing effortlessly. Let me see if y'all can find calm. I'm finna post up calm. So anxious, somebody said in the bottom right. Yep, you're absolutely correct. Moody. Can you see Moody? I don't know. I think Moody she hid Moody really good. And then calm. Do y'all see where calm is? Those are the calm personality types. They chill, they calm. Don't come over there with all that noise, all that gossip, all that loud talking. They chill and they finna enjoy their drink and their cocktail on the ship. Now, if you can sit down if you want to, but don't be doing all that extra. Those are my calm people. Thank you, Trending. We love you. We love you. And I know y'all love my other logo. Let me show it. Let me put it up here. Yes, Authentically Me .store on Instagram was able to do this text logo for me. So y'all make sure y'all reach out to her. I know she's done some beautiful work for other content creators. So I just love it. If you good at, well, I'll say that later. But let's get down to business. Let's get here. Let's start to what we are here for. The puppet master has been exposed. Mr. Carlos King himself. Yes, yes, yes. I said what I said. And listen, it's been a long time coming. It has been a long time coming. And I don't know what happened on that trip, but I think Melody Cherie has a funny feeling and a sneaky suspicion that something just ain't right, honey. Now listen, this conversation has been long overdue, and I'm going to drop the link in the chat as soon as I'm done. This conversation has been a long time coming. Carlos King, you have been exposed as the Judas at the table. Imagine that, y'all. Breaking bread with somebody that don't even like you. Breaking bread, and the whole time you got a damn Judas at your table. Ain't nothing like breaking bread with somebody who don't care for you, somebody who's betraying you behind your back. Showcasing Melody Cherie on one hand and plotting on that lady's downfall behind the closed doors. Oh, Carlos, be not deceived, my friend, because the same ditches that you dig will ultimately become your own. And I've been saying it, and we've been saying it for a long time. Listen, let me tell you something. People say God works in mysterious ways. No, he don't. Snakes work in mysterious ways. God works up front, close. He works up front. He lets you see people coming a mile away. And I believe Melody Cherie has begun to see this puppet master coming a mile away. And I'm going to make it make sense in a minute. Okay. And I believe, and I've said it a long time, y'all, we've been talking about it. I believe that Carlos King has crossed the lines with his castmates, in my opinion. Okay. For quite some time, about a little bit over a year now, I've watched the walls of Jericho come slowly down. They're tumbling down, y'all. It's not a big crash. It's not a big deconstruction. They are slowly crumbling down, okay? And I've been watching it for some time. And Kingdom Reign has not been stable in quite some time. We can run the shows back. Kingdom Reign, Carlos, I don't know what you doing behind closed doors or what type of drama you are orchestrating as a puppet master, but it is impacting your work, my friend, because everything you touch crumbles. For you to be an executive producer with over 15 years of experience, your work is not reflective of that. And I believe that's because you have a hidden agenda and you not operating on the up and up. And I believe you on some cap type shit. Because what goes on in the dark will always come to light, and can't no right come from doing wrong. Are y'all following me? Can't no right come from doing wrong. Baby, it may have felt good. You may have had a good run at that lady, you and the cast, for a good 2 or 3 years. And just when you thought you were about to win, everything that you've touched, you've managed to dismantle with your own hands. Follow me very closely. Candy Burris tried to warn us. She tried to warn us. And then let's go back. Let's go back. Many, many years ago in a season, I cannot remember which one, Nene Leakes tried to warn us. Y'all like, Queen, for real? Yes. I swear. I was watching an episode of Real Housewives, and Nene Leakes was getting into it with the girls, and she turned around. And that's kind of maybe breaking fourth wall. I don't know the rules of how that works. She turned around, she looked into the camera, and she says, I know what you're trying to do, Carlos King. Does anybody remember that episode? She says, I know what you're trying to do, Carlos King. I'll never forget that moment. That's the first time I heard that name, because I'm like, who the hell is Carlos King? The second time I heard his name is when Love and Marriage Huntsville aired. Okay, Sugar says she remember. SM the Missus says she remembers. Okay, I knew I wasn't crazy. Soul T remembers. Nene looked dead in that camera and says, I know what you're trying to do, Carlos King. Keep following me. That was the first time I had ever heard his name. Didn't know anything about him being a producer. Okay. The second time I heard his name is when Love and Marriage Huntsville aired on OWN Network. And I remember I was so excited because a family member texted me and was like, oh my God, there's this new show on OWN Network. This is before she sold a majority of her share. Okay. And they said, this is going to be good. This is for professional women like us. So I started to tune in. The third time I heard his name is when Candy Burris, no. Hold on. Let me see. The third time I heard his name is when Candy Burris started to tell, what was his name? House of Aaron. So I knew Carlos was executive producer. And when I'm talking about hearing his name, I'm talking about with the drama associated with him. And then I remember Candy Burris coming on the House of Aaron, and I think that interview is still up, where that lady broke down and started crying because she said that he attempted to steal her life story right from underneath her feet. Okay? She explained him as someone she thought she and her husband could trust, only to find out in the midst of building a project, they said, somebody's already pitched that to TV One. And she's like, who the hell pitched my story? They said, Carlos King. She starts to call him and call him. He couldn't be reached. And that's when she fucked around and she found out that she had a Judas at her table. Now, we've witnessed Carlos King in our own eyes, y'all, attempt to demean, devalue, and discard Melody Cherie. Time after time after time. We can start back with the reunions. Asking that lady, was she woman enough? Maybe she did this and didn't do that right to her husband, as if you're an expert with the husband, sir. And a lot of times, in my opinion, Carlos King has crossed the line when it comes to his cast. He's crossed the line into being an expert of women, and you're not. Okay, but let me leave that off the table. But he's, in my opinion, time after time, attempted to demean, devalue, and discard her publicly. Discredit her as valuable. Discredit her as a valuable wife and a valuable cast member. And as a producer, almost setting the stage for her to share her work with the cast of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Listen, if you put me on, you put me on. I ain't got no problem with somebody that didn't put me on and help me to get a job. I don't expect nobody to stand up and give me an acceptance speech and say, well, Queen Sheba helped. No, I didn't. You got me hired here. That belongs to you. And there's been so many times he sat in that seat and said, well, it was both Martell and Melody. No, it wasn't. She conceptualized that idea. He may have driven her to your office, but that was all her. And it was, okay? Now, you may have changed a few things, but that show belongs to her, sir. And as a result, you get to eat. And as a result, you get to tune in. You get to connect live from your closet and show off all your shoes because she helped put some of those shoes on those shelves. So get that lady credit. and you've continued to shit on her. You've continued to disrespect her, and you've continued to publicly try to scrutinize and embarrass her time after time after time. Now, I'm just setting the stage with a little bit of historical context so that you all can follow me, okay? Follow me very, very close. When we caught on, after we started to catch on, I think it was about after reunion part 2, that the mellometers start to speak out. I was baffled. I had never seen anything like this before. Okay. Now, when we started to speak up, he cleaned up his act. And that's when, in my opinion, that he handed the baton and recruited or gave the wink wink to the cast and crew to go at her, in my opinion. And that's when it got real nasty on Love and Marriage Huntsville. It started to get real, real nasty. I don't know if y'all remember that, okay? Now, I want you to think back to the viciousness that he allowed to happen to her as a woman on that show. And he never intervened when it came to Martell, the Scotts, even with them interrupting her, even what he did to her poor mother, cutting her out, disrespecting that woman as a first lady on that show, never apologized, refused to acknowledge it. And I want y'all to listen, when folks pretend not to see your pain, it excuses them from being held accountable because they don't want to hear no evil, see no evil, or speak no evil. Carlos didn't want to see or speak anything against his good old boys on that cast. So much so that he was willing to sacrifice the well-being of his leading lady for profit. If I can use you and abuse you and torment you by way of entertainment. And he even got vocal one time when we really got vocal talking about, don't nobody want to see that. Y'all want entertainment. Nigga, we want entertainment, not abuse. We want a little bit of entertainment and we want to see businesses. And then it occurred to me, you can't show her business because you ain't got one. So you don't feel right celebrating her because all your shit is falling out of order behind the scenes. So if you ain't got it, ain't nobody got it. Okay? And it kind of, I feel like he was shocked after every season that lady stood, that she kept coming back. Because at some point, the goal was to get her the hell up out of there. That you recruited Martell's mistress to come on the show. You filmed her in a couple of scenes. And for whatever reason, your coward ass ran scared. I don't know why. Because my thing is, knuck if you buck. If you gonna bring her, bring her. What you running for? Why you trick her? Because you knew it wasn't right. So you backed off against that. And I think he underestimated Melody's potential. And it kind of reminded me of the Samson and Delilah story, where every time Delilah would come back and try to figure out her way in by way of the weakness, vulnerability. There's got to be a way I can take you down. But let me just love on you a little bit. Let me apologize. Let me tell everybody we talk every day. Let me show you a little bit of kindness. Let me act like I'm going to hold Martell accountable. Let me act like I'm going to charge Marceau up about his infidelities. Let me do everything but be real and stop the shit show and the toxicity. Because I need to know, girl, how do you keep standing after hit after hit after hit? There's got to be some way we can take your ass down. Yet, here she is. Now, I believe if Carlos King knew how to, he would. So now he sent his puppets. And now Melody Cherie, girl, Melody, I don't know how you can do it. Now Melody Cherie just may be realizing that something is up. I know we have. Check it out. I'm gonna open up the line for y'all to come up. Let me drop the link real quick. I'm gonna give y'all one more. I'm gonna drop the link. Give me 1 second. Hold on. All right. About 4 or 5 months, let me see, close to 5 months ago. Don't quote me on the exact time. About 5 months ago, give or take, Marceau led the charge by blindly stating that he was losing business because of the millimeters. Do y'all follow me? He started accusing the millimeters. I remember he said the millimeters called somebody about a gambling charity or something, blindly stating he was losing business and opportunities because of the millimeters. Child, we not that powerful. We not that powerful, especially Marcel. That didn't even make no sense to me. I'm like, how in the hell he gonna put some on the millimeters when you have a content creator who's not even a millimeter that hates melody guts, who have openly brought your victims onto his platform to share their horrifying stories of being financially abused by you, that you've taken their money. That was the doctor and the guy named Bugsy. They went on a different platform of a person that's not even a millimeter and they exposed you. And that content creator even did a GoFundMe for them because he believed their story. And his supporters and his subscribers gave money to the victims. So that ain't got nothing to do with millimeters. You don't know who called on you. Because at that point, you was being exposed by people that hated Melody. You get what I'm saying, y'all? So that ain't got nothing to do with Melody's fan base. That ain't, sir, that's your business. Number two, you have Maurice Scott that follows suit about 90 days later. Maurice attempted a bogus lawsuit by defrauding innocent women, innocent YouTube women, Black women, into believing they were being sued, to trick them into sharing their personal contact information. And these women operated in good faith because they believed they were actually legally bound to do so. And it took a few content creators, and I think it was True T that said, you know what? We finna start a GoFundMe. They started a GoFundMe. They worked with the legal attorney to say this is all bullshit. I'm just paraphrasing. Come to find out, y'all, this was all, he defrauded these women into getting their contact information. There was no court case. Are y'all following me? That's hit number two. That's puppet number two. This man pretended to be suing content creators, claiming that they were ruining his brand, ruining his reputation. Mind you, this is the same man that came on and said that he had sex with 6 women in one day. Okay. All right, sir. Then you have Carlos King, who abused and mistreated the YouTube copyright strike because folks shared public information on their content, on their page. Follow me very closely. These people paid to go to a public event. They came back and shared public information, and he misused the YouTube copyright strike, and he struck them. Once you open the doors publicly, Carlos, it's no longer exclusive content. So then he started striking Black women and then lied about it and laughed. And it took Dr. Heavenly to out his ass because he was claiming that the millimeters were leaking his show information. Sir, you shared it publicly. Okay? But he never struck the content creator who publicly leaked what was going to happen on the Houston trip. Do y'all not find that odd? He never struck the content creator that outed every episode, told y'all what people was going to be wearing. He never struck that person, only for that content creator to come back months later and publicly thank him and insinuate that Carlos has been very generous. In what way, we don't know, towards his quote unquote lawsuit. What lawsuit? Show us the papers. What court case? What lawsuit are you really engaged in? Or is this a money grab? I call bullshit. I don't believe there's a lawsuit. I don't believe there's a lawsuit. I don't believe you're on a court circuit. I don't believe you're in rotation on any court circuit. Show us a lawsuit today. If you're currently involved in a lawsuit, show it to us. Or are you utilizing the services of a friend to manipulate the justice system, to intimidate and bully people? Because that's a whole different ball game. That's a whole different ball game. If y'all are familiar with how this works, ain't no lawyer worth a penny is going to try to help anybody extort money from a woman that has done nothing to you other than respond to you. Respond to your harassing communications online and on social media. Now, all of a sudden, this person joins the circus and claims he has a case and wants to sue. Child, please. As much as you've bullied and harassed women after women, woman after woman, what lawsuit? You better hope somebody don't file a lawsuit on you. Now, in my opinion, Carlos King, the ultimate puppet master, is attempting to mastermind and help these people. I'm gonna tell you where I think this is going. I think Carlos is setting up for Stormy, the blogger, to sue Melody, claiming that she has impacted their business. Watch it very closely. Did you not see the words that Stormy used? I've been bullied. I've been harassed. My business has suffered. Similar words that Carlos has used. Similar words that he said, I would tell my fan base to stand down from what? We give commentary just like you do. Did you not just tease that lady on Real Housewives of Atlanta that she should, you made fun of her infertility, her journey? Did you not? Is that not bullying and harassing? Is that not ill-mannered? Let me pause. I'm going to pause. I want to tell y'all something, content creators. Be very careful because they're purposely releasing false information for y'all to carry out. It looks good, but a lot of it is false. Ain't nobody pregnant, in my opinion. Follow me very closely. Ain't nobody pregnant, in my opinion. Maurice and Marcel were not on that trip, but they posted pictures on that island, and y'all took it and ran with it. Be very careful. It's all a setup. And with that being said, I'm going to bring y'all up. Be very careful. It's a setup to set up a lawsuit. Don't fall for the okie doke, baby. You got to be smarter than that. Don't be the first one to jump on everything you see.
Money, 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 money comes to me, flowing effortlessly. Money, 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 money comes to me, comes to me. Money, 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 money comes to me, flowing effortlessly. Money, 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 money comes to me. Money, 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 money.
Yes, flowing effortlessly. We're going to get this party started right. Zanalda Harris came in with a 10-piece and a pepper super sticker. We appreciate you, Queen, for getting this super chat party started. Tanya Singleton, baby. One thing about Tanya, she's consistent with that 5-piece and a pepper. She says, hey, Queen, love you. Hey, chat. And with that being said, how I see it, welcome to the stage. What are your thoughts?
Hi, Queen Shiba. Good night. How are you? Are you hearing me?
Girl, I was on mute.
Oh, wait a minute.
Hit the wrong damn button. But go ahead.
In the words of Nene Leakes at the heights of her Rhoa career, you never win when you play dirty, right? And I wondered too, Queen Shiba, if you know that there is a difference between jealousy, envy, and covetousness. I know a lot of us, we use those words like interchangeably, but there's a difference, right? And so when somebody is envious of you, they resent like your possessions and your qualities or your achievements, and it's because they're dissatisfied with their own circumstance, right? And then when we talk about jealousy, it's like a reaction to a perceived threat, like a perceived threat to your relationship. You're standing in the community, you're standing on a show, you're standing in businesses that don't exist. And then when it comes to being covetous, it's like you desire what belongs to somebody else, and you're willing to go through like great means to get it because you feel like you're supposed to have it. And I feel like every single person on the cast of Love and Marriage Huntsville, they have, when you look at those 3 definitions, it's like you're literally talking about all of them in some way, shape, or the other. As you said earlier in your intro, it's like they want to take Melody down so bad.
So
And every
bad.
time she bounces back, they're like, okay, we got to try something else. And then they try that and it doesn't work. And now it's, let's try using the victim card.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's going to work for us. But it doesn't make sense, because if you're going to say that you're being harassed, then let's talk about your mom. And all these things that she's been saying in these chat rooms, not only about Melody, but also about her children. Is that not harassment? Is
It
that not,
is.
is that not bullying? So we are supposed to care about content creators telling your truth, because as I've said, people can lie, but legal documents cannot. So you're being harassed because people are pulling public documents and they're telling the truth about things that you don't want to discuss on the show. Like, it's not making sense. And it all goes to they're envious. Like, they have all these great things going on for them, right? This is what they're saying. But yet still they want what Melody has. And that is the fan base. That's what it's all about. I think they want to dirty our minds when it comes to Melody. Like, they want to prove to us so badly that she's in the wrong and that she's manipulating us and that we're doing her dirty work and we need to see that she's the villain. And I think that's what they're envious of. They want the fan base. And you also said when you were saying, you know, Carlos in my opinion, he wants her off the show, but he also knows that if he loses Melody, he loses this fan base. Because Melody is the show. And I remember him saying one time that the kiss of death for any reality TV star is to say that they are the star of the show. And I personally thought when he said that, that was a dig at Melody, because who else is the star of that show?
Yep.
Who else has a fan base? Who else engages with the Love and Marriage Huntsville fan base as much as Melody does? So I'll
All
say
right.
that for starters.
Thank you. Thank you, How I See It TV. Thank you for sharing. We appreciate you coming up and sharing.
You're welcome, bye.
All right. I'm going to go to super chats really quickly, everybody. I see you backstage waiting. How I see it's going to drop down. It's me, Bedazzle. You up next. LaDon. We got a long line, y'all. Listen, I didn't say it at first, but I need everybody, if you can, 2 minutes or less, 2 minutes or less, just so that I can get everybody up here. 2 minutes or less, please, please, please. Okay, let me go to my super chats real quick.
All right, Palace, the Super Chat Squad is in the building. We appreciate you, baby. The Super Chats are fire. Get in your bag.
That's a lot of money.
A lot of money from Ebony the Best. That's a whole 10-piece and a pepper. We appreciate you, Queen. We really do. Thank you as a content creator for just dropping by and sharing your love. Yes. All right, let's go to the next super chat. See, Rich got that money, 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 money comes to me, flowing effortlessly with the 50-piece and a pepper. That's a whole lot of chicken from Popeyes. And y'all know the queen loves her 2-piece and a pepper. So see, Rich, I see you standing on business with that 50-piece. We love you. We appreciate you. I just may have to roll Llama Red Pajama, reads a story with his mama. I don't know. 2 minutes, you guys, 2 minutes or less, or I'm going to have to mute you. It's me, Bedazzle. You're up. You got 2 minutes or less. Welcome to the stage.
Thank you, Queen Sheba. Let me first say I am so glad that you're advising content creators to refrain from discussing every rumor that they come across, because it's definitely can lead to trouble. The judge already warned Tasha to the K that using the word allegedly does not protect you from defamation lawsuits. Now, with that said, I have long said that Carlos King needed to be fired. I mean, have you heard the terrible comments he made about Sweet Tea from Married to Medicine? That just lets you know how vile he is. I had a feeling he was behind all of the chaos. The spirit of discernment had already shown that to me. Candy warned us about him even before Love and Marriage Huntsville. At the Dungeon Gate reunion, they asked Portia where she got that rumor about Candy from. She pointed towards Phaedra. They asked Phaedra where she got it from, but they didn't give the name. But we found out it was Carlos King, and he shortly departed Bravo right after that. So it's not surprising, and I hope nobody else is surprised by this as well. And as far as the Stormy, we got receipts, baby, that you don't ship your products out, and you're also sued a lot. So who you being bullied by? People telling the truth on you? Get real.
Why you bullying me?
I know that's right. Thank you for coming up. It's BB Dazzle, baby. She laid it down in under 2 minutes. I love it. Up front, up close for y'all are quick and fast in a hurry. Just as a reminder, 2 minutes or less. LaDon, what are your thoughts?
Hey, Queen.
Hey.
I just want to say also to piggyback off what she said. Carlos is showing he's openly jealous of Mel. He underestimated her. You know, he didn't think that she was as smart, tough, and connected to God as she is. And when he made that statement about God not blessing you or taking your blessings away, he must not have a good connection with God, because he would know that God don't work like that, you know. And as far as Stormy, Mel did nothing to her for her to sue, if that's what she's trying to line up for. She didn't speak her name. She didn't insinuate anything. Anybody that has an opinion on Stormy is based on their own feelings. So you can't call Mel in because of assume, because she has a certain fan base when you can't even pinpoint one, you know. So she's just a waste of time. She's angry and they're lashing out because they have nothing else. Same routine, and it's going to fail. Mel didn't fall off. She's just going to continue to grow. And that's it. He's a hater. He's mad because Mel is smarter than him. He just came first. Mel's smarter. She's more powerful. She has more talent. And he's a hater. He's a hater. He's a blogger, and he's mad.
All right. You know, I almost waited for you to say, I said what I said, but I forgot that we're not on Saturday. So I appreciate you coming up, LaDon, and sharing. Thank you, Queen. We appreciate it. All right. LaDon's going to drop down. We are going to go to Gigi. What are your thoughts, Gigi?
Hey, Queen Shiba. I'm sorry. My phone went in and out. So I wanted to say this really fast. Number one, so a 23-year-old, 56-year-old, a 65-year-old, and a 77-year-old, which is my daughter, myself, my sister, and my mother-in-law. We all watched this show at different times.
Mhm.
All of us came up with the same conclusion, that they were treating Mel bad. Okay. Number one, we didn't watch it together. We discussed it, and all of us different individuals came up to how they treated Mel. So we understand how the millimeters came to existence. His dumb ass need to go back and watch his show. I'm gonna say that. Stormy being bullied, bitch, it's called accountability. Take it. It's not being bullied. It's your mama should have taught you that when you fuck up, you say I'm sorry. And you took people money and you didn't pay them back. That don't have anything to do with Mel. That has everything to do with you. You pumping your brakes about what your business is doing over on TikTok, but you ain't not one time come back over and say, hey, for the people that I didn't pay, I got this coupon, or let me send you some products or whatever. Oh my God. It's called accountability. Do I need to spell it for you? Because I know half of them on that cast can't really spell. Carlos is a vile individual. But you know what? I'm going to say this, and then I'm going to say what I said. You're talking about playing victim. It's called God will make your enemies your footstool. So all of y'all, guess what? Have footstools, and that's all I have to say.
I know that's right. And Stormy, Carlos?
We do not care. We do not care.
Yes, thank you, Gigi, for standing on business in 2 minutes or less. I love you. I appreciate you. And I think the crowd is feeling you. If you go through the chat, baby, they are jamming. They throwing their hands up. I mean, they said this. Listen, that's what we do, y'all. We ain't sensitive over here. We ain't sensitive over here. So thank you, Gigi. I appreciate you, Queen. Simone Wealthy. Welcome, Queen. What are your thoughts?
Good evening, Queen. Good evening, Palace. Hey, Gigi, are you with me? That was I'm looking behind Gigi.
Ah,
Gigi, are you with me, honey?
are you with me? Yes.
Well, Carlos, I have one better for you when you were going down his historical path of always taking the wrong road and doing evil. He messed up on R&B divas as well. He royally screwed all of that up. But if I don't know, you probably didn't look at it, but he's always done the trash. He's always taken the wrong path. And his whole thing of posting, it really irritates me how he posts these quote unquote Sunday sermons, because he's so far from that. That's just a act for him, because his actions show the opposite. He is not close, and he doesn't know who or what God is. He doesn't know that. He's acting. Him and Elaine get up there every Monday and do that song and dance. That is all an act and show. On Sundays, he's acting and showing. So, as far as him, and he's Legion number 1 and Legion number 2, I peeped that they were connected almost over a year ago, because although we, done broke down the whole Kiki situation, I think he was getting things directly, because it never made sense that he knew things that, in my opinion, she may not have known at that time, besides, what she was doing. I think he's been connected to that Legion 1 for a very long time. So I'm not surprised of their connection, or he's, thanking him. None of that surprises me. But, like I agree with what you're saying. Definitely content creators, keep your eye open, watch, because I think they are throwing a lot of BS out there, just seeing what they can do.
They are.
But
And they try to start all these. Listen, the goal is it's a money grab. So y'all be careful. I know y'all like to be first and this and that. Listen, they are just putting false shit in front of y'all left and right, or insinuating things. Y'all got to pause. There's safety in a pause.
Mhm.
Be very careful.
Exactly.
You don't get set up to get knocked down. Okay.
But
And
we still gonna keep our foot on their neck, though. We still gonna
hell
do
yeah.
it. What it is, they are surprised. They threw rocks, they threw fire, they threw everything at Melody Cherie, and she's still standing. She's thriving. She is definitely the phoenix coming, rising, that Weiner talks about in that post that she made. She don't know nothing about that either. She's a whining, complaining, spoiled only child. I know her type. She ain't. She needs help. She needs help because she is delusional as hell. But anyway, I know I'm over my 2 minutes. Thank you. Have a good evening, everyone.
Thank you. We appreciate you. I am going to go to Miss Deborah, then Prosperity Thick Girl. You're up next. I see everybody in line. Miss Deborah, you got 2 minutes. What are your thoughts?
Hello, Queen. I was going to say power in the pause. I'm glad you said it. Content creators, please be careful and take the advice you heard tonight. Gigi, girl, I want to hear your review when the show starts. But anyway, what I was going to say is that picture of him, perfect. You nailed it. Secondly, it's mighty funny that all those little Sunday morning posts that he gives. Yeah, I know who that's directed. I think we all know. I've never seen a bunch of people that's scared of one person. They just keep coming and nothing they're doing. They're throwing stuff at the wall, nothing sticking. So that should be proof enough to just stop it. Just stop it. That's all I really wanted to say. Like, I don't understand why everybody's coming at one person. Get over the fact that she has a very supportive fan base. While instead of doing all this, go build your own. And we're going nowhere. And the more they come, we multiply. So just stop it.
Like, baby, kids, we don't die, we multiply. So
Yeah,
the
the gig is up. The gig is up. So just stop it. And Stormy, take your chess piece somewhere else, sis. No, we got the chess piece first. Okay, bye, y'all.
I'll take you back to Alibaba, but okay.
Yeah,
Thank
there
you,
you go.
Deborah. Okay.
All right, good night, y'all.
Girl, they didn't outage you in these. I don't get them Facebook private, but they didn't caught you, Stormy, for white labeling Alibaba products, which is listen, ain't nobody mad about no merchandise that's a t-shirt, a purse, a tote, a hoodie. But when you start playing with products that come from China that have not been FDA certified, and passing them off as if you're working with the chemist, that's very dangerous, considering people have allergies, people have strong reactions to different chemicals. Allegedly, girl, they done did a hardcore comparison on you. You just may want to quit talking, because these people were pretty, I think they think we're a bunch of dum-dums. I think they think we just sit in a cave somewhere. We don't know nothing. We ain't been nowhere. We don't have no sense. We're not corporate men and women, and they can pass anything off. Girl, they just outed you in a private group. I'm not even in it, but it's floating all around social media. Prosperity Thick Girl, which one should I get? The one with the logo or the one without? Which one? You there? Prosperity? Mic check. Prosperity.
I'm right here. Can you hear me?
Okay, yeah, I can hear you.
I'm sorry, I didn't even know I had two up here. I apologize.
That's okay. I'll drop it. I'll drop the other one. Go ahead. You got the floor.
I first want to say, Carlos, instead of biting the hand that fed you and revitalized your career, maybe you should just say thank you. Who was checking for Kim before Love and Merge Huntsville came back up again? Nobody. Tell Mel thank you. You have used her until you can't use her no more. She's not allowing you to use her anymore, so now you're mad. Make it make sense. He is going to be the demise of himself. While he's talking about God taking his favor back, the things that you are doing, you really think you got favor? You think you got room to talk? You did this. You allowed, remember, she's the whole restaurant. You have been laughing in this lady's face since the beginning. You are the reason. The cast is the reason that these mellometers exist. Y'all put the chess pieces in motion. They are just moving them around the board. And y'all mad because they keep taking y'all knight and your queen and your everything else. Stop messing with the lady, and maybe they'll leave y'all alone. They're going to be their own demise because they are so hateful and jealous. Instead of, how are you the boss and you making a hostile work environment?
On every show.
Make that make sense. He loved this lady when the mellometers was behind his shows and was edging his shows on and giving them the views. But now they see him for his work. I don't consider myself a mellometer, but I am a male supporter. And now that we see him for his works, we don't want nothing to do with nothing that he got. And he's mad. He is mad because Mel took her things and left and went home. She don't want to play with you no more, and you can't make her. You've used her enough. What else do you want from her? You keep talking about some of your raindrops and the mellometer sold that thing out. You lied and told her, didn't even tell her in the beginning that you was going to be selling tickets. You went and got her answer first, so she wouldn't back out, and then you let her know you was going to be selling tickets. She didn't know that. So you have used her enough. You have used her mellometers enough. Find your own. You got drizzle. It's not her fault. You go make you some rain, and then you can stop being mad that you got drizzle. Like, he is edging all of this on, and I feel like he is the puppeteer, and he is the one that's keeping all of this going because he is hateful and he don't like Mel, and I don't believe that he has liked her in a long time.
He hasn't.
Since Mel said go and got her strength back, and is letting nobody play with her and move her around the board as if she's a pawn, he's mad. He wants her to be like everybody else that needs to kiss the ground that he walks on. No, she's not that. She knows with or without you, she will survive. And just take it and let it go. Leave it alone.
There you go.
You can't stop her. So either you join her or you leave her alone, because you're going to be the one that misses out, not her. She know where her blessings come from. And you ain't got nothing to do with not one of them.
All right. She said it. I love it. I love it. I love when you stand on business. Prosperity Thick Girl. Y'all make sure y'all check her out on YouTube. She brings it straight up, unfiltered content. I love it. I love people that get straight to the point and stand on business. Thank you, Prosperity Thick Girl.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Prosperity Thick Girl. Y'all make sure y'all check her out on YouTube. She brings it straight up, unfiltered content. I love it. I love people that get straight to the point.
Listen, for the people in the bushes, this for you.
I need $131. So I can go ahead and pay for my phone bill online instead of going into the store and paying it. If y'all don't support me, if y'all don't, you know what I'm saying, then that's okay. I'ma just not even ask anymore. I'ma just not even be on Instagram. Y'all not gonna hear from me ever again. Y'all not gonna hear from me no more.
That's for my people in the bushes. I need $131 to pay my phone bill. If y'all don't like me, that's fine. Y'all not gonna hear from me ever again. Go ahead and mute up if you're not talking right now, just so we can minimize the somebody has a feedback. If you can mute, everybody can mute their mics while I do the super chats, please. All right. So look, Renita D standing on business with a 10-piece and a pepper. She says, greetings, everyone. Greetings, Renita. We love you, Queen. In the palace, Renita is a loyal palace member. We love her. She always shows up and supports her. Listen, Prophetess None One does not play, honey. She coming through with a 5-piece and a biscuit. She says they are all going to fall, even if the show come to an end. And I have to agree with you. I think this ship is sinking. I think it's going down, down, down. And listen, I don't wish no harm on nobody, but it is what it is. It is what it is. The walls of Jericho are tumbling down. Kingdom reign is no more, Carlos. And that's why he's setting himself on YouTube. Ain't nothing wrong with YouTube, but I think you should have waited a little bit later to come to YouTube, because it's almost like you manifested your own demise. Sorry. Terrell Singer, the Palace Prince, is in the building with a 5-piece and a peppers. He said they have all went after Melody, and she will forever stand. Period. Point blank. Yes, she will. Retired and silent. Listen, that's what I'm trying to do. That's where I'm trying to head in life. I want to be kicked back, relax on somebody's cruise, retired and silent, being able to give a 20-piece and a pepper. We thank you for coming through the palace and sharing your tithe and offering with us. Yvonne Puckett standing on business with a 10-piece. She says, we are all on Tell It Like It Is Tuesdays. Listen, girl, you just can't look. Tell it like it is Tuesdays. Now run and tell that. Love you, Queen and Palace family. You know what? I'm gonna have to roll the tape for you on that one. I'm gonna have to roll the tape for you on this one. Hold on.
Oh, baby.
Llama, red pajama, read the story, with mama keeps the baby hair, mama go downstairs, llama, red pajama, feels alone without his mama, baby llama wants a drink, mama's at the kitchen sink, llama, red pajama, call down to his llama.
Yeah, you stood on business with that one. I had to give you a little razzle dazzle, girl. I love it. Felicia with a 5-piece and a pepper. We thank you for the super sticker. The Kendra. Okay, see, there y'all go with them names. The Kendra Hubbard with a 10-piece and a pepper. We thank you for the super sticker, and I hope I did your name justice. I appreciate you, Queen. I got the Cash Apps flowing through. Janice Allen, I see you. There were a few more that came through. Sandra Henson, thank you for the super chats. Y'all, I love you. We love you. Keep standing on business in the palace. Nina, you got the floor. You got 2 minutes or less. What you talking about tonight, Queen?
Good evening, Queen Sheba, darling. How are you? And how's yes, ma'am? And how's everybody else up in this thing tonight?
You came in here hyped.
It's just a natural hypeness too. I don't know what I'm gonna do about it. I know I am disappointed because I won't be able to make the cruise. So I found out a little too late, and I'm switching jobs. And well, do you have any plans for 90 days or something? No, I don't. So
well, I'm kind of there. We can call up there. I'm just kidding.
Look, CK, girl, Queen, what's wrong, girl? You're trying to set Melody. You want her up underneath you, and I agree with Prosperity 100%. She stood on that she made some great points. But CK, you're not on the invite list, darling. You cannot come. You're afraid to show up. I've never seen you support Mel. You've seen you really come to mimosas for Mel or anything like that. You're just not on the invite list, darling. You're a little angry. Also, where is your network at? Where is your streaming channel at? I would think that if you were so upset and bitter with Bravo, that would be the main thing you would go do to show them up, is get your own ish. Can I say that?
Yeah.
I want to say shit. Get your own shit.
Yes.
That's that's how I feel. And you look like a GD fool talking about what you say, what you send out will come back. Didn't he look like a damn fool? I said, look at this damn fool. But anyway, where is your come up, darling? You got your one stream. How many streams of income do you have? Are you able to do anything else other than be messy? I just would like to know. And that's about it. I mean, he's just upset. Um, Everything Mel does upsets him, period. Because they can't understand why they don't have the mind that she has to think of other things to do and put them into bring life to those ideas and dreams and make them successful. That's it.
Thank you.
But that's right. You did damn right. And I'm standing on that, Queen Sheba, and I'm gonna leave y'all alone tonight.
I love the energy you brought to the stage tonight. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all ready for Tell It Like It Is Tuesdays, honey? Thank you, Ms. Nina. You know we love you.
Have a good evening. I love you too, guys.
Okay. Courtney. I got my girl Courtney from the inner circle. Courtney, you got the floor. You're on mute, Court. Court, you're on mute. I'm gonna go to Harlan. Let me give Courtney a couple of seconds, and if not, I'm gonna go to Harlan. I hope I'm saying it right. Okay, Harlan, you got the floor.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Chad. Hi, Queen. Yeah, you said it right. I think that Mel has known for a long time that Carlos was her enemy. I think her priority was getting through her divorce and making sure her children were okay. So she put that on the back burner. Now she got time for Carlos, and he know it. And I think Carlos knows that Mel has outgrown that show, and she might not be on that show much longer. She has done what she came to do. It's set up. It may go into syndication if she stays on it. Either way, she's going to make coins from that show once she leaves. And I think right now her priority is the millimeters, because probably Carlos has in his mind that if Mel leaves, he can use the millimeters for a storyline. And Mel is saying, I don't think so. That is why she bought that domain. And I'm assuming that when you buy the domain, you incorporate. Mel is a businesswoman. She knows that. She's got many businesses. They can't use the name anymore. That is why Stormy used the gold chess piece, because she can't say the name. It's incorporated. She can't say it without getting sued. And so they can't use it. Mel said out her own mouth that she shut them down and she said cut when they brought the millimeters up. And I think that is pissing Carlos off, because that they need to feed off Mel in order for that show to keep going. And once she leaves and they can't use the millimeters as a storyline, that show is not going to last. It's not going to survive. And they know it. And Mel is good.
They know it, Harlan. You think they know it? I don't think they do.
I think she probably told them on this trip, because I think Stormy probably tried to bring up the millimeters and she shut that down because she had her whole team there. Remember, doing the podcast, she said she felt in her spirit that she really didn't want to go out on that stage. Her team had to pray for her. That's discernment. Damn. When you're going into the presence of your enemy, you have to go in there prayed up. That's the word. You got to take God with you. You got to take that Holy Spirit in there with you. You got to pray up for it. She knew he was her enemy. She knows that. And she can see what he's trying to do. And she may have let them know that they can never use the millimeters for anything, because she's doing a documentary on the millimeters. She just, said she was going to choose 10 to do the documentary series on, right? That's a business now. They can't use that. And I think they are pissed off. That is why Stormy used that gold chess piece and ran over there on IG, ranting and raving and crying. She's not a thinker. She don't think on Mel's level. If she did, her business wouldn't be in such a mess.
All right. Thank you, Harlan. Harlan brought some very powerful points to the conversation tonight. We appreciate you, Harlan.
I appreciate y'all, and I appreciate you. I love your channel.
And we love you. And you have a good night, Queen.
You too.
Okay.
I'm going to drop down.
Okay, honey. All right.
All right.
Aunt Debbie is in the building. Hold on, Aunt Debbie. Yes. Let me give you a little razzle dazzle, girl. Yeah. Y'all, we didn't convince Aunt Debbie to come out and party with us at the end of the year. She cruising with us, baby. she gonna be having lemonade while we having lemon drops. Welcome to the stage, Aunt Debbie. We love you so much over here.
Thank you. How you doing? Hey, Queen Sheba in the panel and the chat.
Yes,
How
yes,
y'all
we
doing
good.
tonight? Well, I just go tell Carlos King, you know, he always run around talking about he the king of this, he the king of that. He looked more like the town jester. Him and Stormy both. You know, to me, he's wrong. He's taking credit for Mel's correct creation when she first created that. Now he say I know he put a little tweak and but to take full credit, I don't think he deserves it. Everything he touched turns to ish. If you notice all his shows one by one, they fall down. Love and Marriage DC, two people quit. He say he going there for a podcast. When he get there, he might not have nobody to interview the way they quitting over there, you know. And then he team up with other people to get at Melody because he's jealous. She's been outgrew that show. She has her own station, a co-owner of a station, and he doesn't have anything because he doesn't have the foresight, and he's jealous of that. So now he's trying to send all these minions and demons out again to come at her because he too cowardly to do it, you know. And all he do is use her like he used her for that podcast. And then he tried to turn millimeters into raindrops. I don't know how he thought that was gonna work, you know. He
Listen,
used
that
her to
was a
make
hot ass
money.
mess.
He had two raindrops there. When they put it on there and he called raindrops, you didn't hear but two voices, two or three voices. And I was counting them. He need to go sit down. Everything he touched gonna fall until he do right by Melody Shari. That's all I got to say to him. Cause I'm tired of looking at him, and he really need to stop. His shows done gone down. He done gone down. You know, you done did so much devilish stuff. You don't have nothing left to do. You done tore everything down. It's burning down around him. So go on, leave that lady alone and let her live.
Miss Debbie, you done gave me a good little kiki. He said he called the raindrops in the audience, and you heard two voices. In the whole room, you heard two people. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Listen, that was funny. That was funny, Miss Debbie. We love you so much. I cannot wait to meet you in person and just sell out and cruise and hug you and sit by you and just have rock out and have a damn good time. Miss Debbie said she heard two raindrops. Listen, okay, I'm being messy now. I'm being a little messy now. Let me reel it in. Yeah, but that was funny. Hold on, I gotta get. You said you only heard two raindrops? Damn. Okay, let me reel it in. Courtney, I'm gonna let you have the floor so I can gather myself. Courtney.
Hey, Queen.
Hey, welcome to the stage.
So I just wanted to real quick talk about the commentary you had at the beginning, and talk about Stormy and Carlos. I feel like from the beginning, Stormy it's always been a plot with Carlos and Stormy to eliminate Melody. I feel like when Stormy came on, she came on as a friend and she used Melody to put in the work for her to get on. I feel like when Carlos had his one-on-one with Stormy, he put it in her head, as we all know, that she would be like the new face of Love and Marriage Huntsville. And I think that's what she ran with. She was willing to do whatever it took to be the face of Love and Marriage Huntsville. And so if it took turning on Melody, who she never really, in my opinion, cared for anyway, she was willing to do that. I feel like because when they had their reunion and she couldn't even say that they were friends, but every instance that you give of why you and Melody aren't on good terms or what's going on with you and Melody is something so minor, you can't really stick to one thing because you don't have anything. I feel like Carlos has thrown over the seasons, he's thrown everything he can at Melody, and it won't stick because the rest of the core six don't have a fan base. So he thought that bringing Stormy on she would be able to create a have a fan base and have support to go up against Melody, and it fell flat. He brought her mom on to try and attack Melody. And when he would do the reviews with Dustin, he would laugh at the things that Betty was saying, and Dustin would be like, nobody's, we're over the mom, the mom coming for the cast and all of that. And I just feel like that's been their plot and plan the whole time. And so now Stormy, the last season 6 reunion, she was saying, I don't have a problem with you because she had so much backlash on social media. And so now I feel like they've just all met again. They've come up with this the cast versus Mel and the millimeters plot, and Stormy is back on board. So I just feel like this been a plan from day one. They wanted Stormy to replace Mel and be the face, and it always falls flat because nobody else on that cast has a fan base but Melody. And that's all I wanted to say.
I agree. I think all of you have brought up really, really good points. We listen. My grandma used to say, "Nigga, you gonna have to stay up all night to pull one over on me." They don't understand how sharp we are as a corporate crowd when it comes to this show. This ain't no love and hip hop crowd. It's called a bait and switch in marketing. You baited us in and then you switched the strategy. You baited us in by way of Black excellence. So what you attracted was Black excellence. And when it comes to the millimeters and the fan base, what happens is the millimeters are like magnets. They went to what was Black and what was excellent, and that was Melody. The rest, we can give way to the wayside. It didn't pass the sniff test. The foundation was shaky. It was rotted. The roots were rotted at the bottom. We thought there was businesses, but there were lawsuits. Trending does a really good job of covering that from A to B. We thought there were businesses. I was happy when Stormy came on. I sent her when Stormy first came on. I was like, oh my God, I love the way you showed up. I think you have positioned yourself well by being on Melody's side. This is great. You're going to be a great addition to the show. She said, thank you. Somebody got in her ear. Somebody getting all it. They just decide we're going to take over. Listen, I ain't trying to take over shit that don't belong to me. When I'm a guest in your house, I'm going to wipe my feet off at the door, and I'm going to act accordingly. Now, in my house, I can run shit like I want to, but when I'm a guest, I behave like a guest. That's Melody shit. Y'all are just guests. And if you were smart, you would have been promoting your businesses. You would have been leaning. You ain't even got to align with her. I don't think Melody's asking Cass or expecting people to, if you met her and if you've ever been around her, like some of us that have the pleasure of being and going to some events, what you see is what you get. What you see is what you get. And I think, Carlos, I think you dropped the ball, unfortunately. I think you've done a disservice to yourself. And I think it's very unfortunate for you. But I think you're going to have to pay. You're going to have to feel that L. You're going to have to take that L because it's too far gone. I don't think your show is going to stand. And I think it was Prosperity. I don't remember who it was. I hope Melody jumps ship before it sink. Shirley, what are your thoughts? Shirley, you have the floor. We'll do a mic check on Shirley. 1, 2, 3.
Can you hear me?
Let's see. Give me a mic check, Shirley.
Can you
unmute yourself? You were good. Unmute yourself and take your time.
Can you hear me now?
Yep, go ahead.
Okay. Hi, Queen. How you doing? Love your show. Love you. But honey, I just want to say this. Carlos did Candy, but Mel is gonna do him.
Oh, tell us.
Everything you said in the beginning That is so correct, and I don't see how people not seeing this. Cause I've been gone in the chats, and I've been putting, y'all be careful, cause all this stuff they putting out is a setup. All this information they giving us something, that's all a setup for y'all to hop
Oh
on
my
that.
God.
And I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna hang up. I think Kiki coming in on with them to get mail. Just go. I know a lot of people don't want to listen to the tapes, but yeah, I listen to them. Why all of a sudden you want to bring Kiki out in a good way? Like she didn't lie. Tuh, we smarter than that, y'all. We way smarter than that. Can't pull nothing on us.
Mm.
That's all. And I'm going to leave that there. And you have a good night.
All right, Shirley,
That
we
should
love
be
you. You have a good
2 minutes.
night, Queen.
Love too.
All right, let's go to discerning. You have the floor, Queen. Mic check. 1, 2, 3. Discerning. You're on mute. You got to unmute your mic. Take your time. You're still muted. Discerning. Let's see. I might give you a couple of seconds. Discerning is on mute. I am going to go to super chats. Give me 1 second. I can shift. All right, we're going to go to super chats. Discerning, you're up. I don't know if you multitasking in the background, pouring you
Hi.
get a glass of wine, wouldn't you?
Hello.
Go ahead, girl.
He's having a fit. So I'm gonna try to go really fast before he takes over.
No, don't go fast. Go ahead and put yourself back on mute. We're gonna give you time. I'll go through super chats. That's how we do over here. Go ahead and mute up, and then I'm gonna go through super chats. That'll give you a few extra seconds.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
Okay. There you go. All right, we're gonna work with it. Here we go, y'all. We're going to super chats. We're gonna give my friend discerning just a little bit of time to get the baby together. That's what we do in the palace, y'all. Real life shit. Life be lifing. Okay. My dogs be barking because y'all have heard them before. So give me 1 second.
All right, Palace, the Super Chat Squad is in the building. We appreciate you, baby. The Super Chats are fire. Get in your bag. That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. So Crafty Lion, listen, with a 20-piece and a pepper. That's a whole family picnic style. She says the saying goes, people fear what they don't understand and hate what they cannot conquer. That is Melody. They don't understand how she rises every time they try to knock her down. Y'all, let me tell you something about So Crafty Lion. She pulled up about 6 weeks ago on I Said What I Said Saturday. She is a risk assessment manager. This queen held it down in the conversation. When I tell you we got some badass girls, some boss, I ain't gonna say that, but you know what I'm saying? We got some boss bitches that be coming through here giving us stuff that that's what it's about. It takes a village. And I love you, So Crafty Lion, because you blessed us with a word. And if any content creator heard that live, you know what I'm talking about. She put it down. She shared her expertise. And then she's coming back and she's bestowing a tithe and an offering in the palace. And we appreciate you, Queen. You know what? People do fear what they don't understand and what they can't conquer. But some of y'all are underestimating people out here in these YouTube streets, and you're getting embarrassed, and you getting your asses handed to you. Born to Be Wild with a 10-piece says, I think the blogger is just finessing. I do too. Show me the money. Show me the lawsuit. You show everything else. Show us them papers. I do not think he has any information. I think he just likes to call names and make people believe he's connected. I want to see them papers. You're not in a lawsuit. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't want to see no threats. I want to see your court date, the case number, blank versus blank. You're absolutely correct, Born to Be Wild. I believe you. Period, point blank. Natasha Garvin Holmes with a 5-piece and a pepper. That's enough for a Tuesday. Is today Tuesday? Yes, that's a 2-piece special. Thank you for the super sticker. Okay. The Sierra Gilbert. Did I say your name right? She says, why has he not dropped a podcast? Baby, listen. The heart won't let him. The heart won't let him. He can't drop it. He done dropped everything else. He done dropped every other podcast except the one with Melody. He can't because he don't like her, in my opinion. He can't do it, baby. That's a good question. The network specialist with a 10-piece says Stormy's big mad. Mel is on TikTok. And she knows Mel is getting ready to be TikTok famous and she can't compete. Ooh, she can't compete with Mel's followers. It's giving, girl, get up. You know what? Let's go to break. She says it's giving single black female energy. Listen, it's giving something. It's giving something. Cookie from the shot came back with a 10-piece. She says, so what does Stormy think is going to happen to her when she reaches the number one spot? Well, she says she number one. I think she's there. Let her tell it. But the survey says otherwise. So I mean, I don't know. FBI, open up! FBI, open up! She says she number one, but the people did the research. They say the lie detector determines that is not the truth. Janice Walker with a 20-piece and a pepper says Carlos is the product of the same environment that the rest of the cast except Mel. And that's unfortunate because he got off to a good start. Sometimes God can connect you with good people and you fuck it up because of your envy, your jealousy, your what is it called? Insecurities. Don't mess up good connections. I think he messed it up. I think his insecurities got in his head. And some of y'all have to be first. But for every level, you got to drop down. Just like high school, you go to elementary, you go to middle school, you go to junior high. But every time you advance to a new level, you start from the bottom. And then you master it and you go to the top. And then you advance to the next level. And most people don't want to start all over. They want to peacock wherever they are. And they expect you to come down and bow down. Tasha Reigns, that's my girl. Me and Tasha be talking every day in the DMs, period, point blank. And I don't even have to say good morning. I'd be like, well, you see what that's the inside joke. Shout out to Shacky, Dookie, and Benji. Those are my dogs. Yes, yes, yes. And you remembered all of them, Tasha. Queen Common Sense with a 5-piece and a pepper. That's I said what I said, homegirl that pulls up on Saturday. She says, I'm going to read it in your voice. Queen Common Sense. Big love, Queen Sheba darling. King Cobra Carlos is a joke. Y'all know she's smooth and a motherfucker on Saturdays. Journey to Jasmine, a member for 12 months. Facts. I think the podcast will expose him or the lack thereof. Journey to Jasmine. Because which one? Which one? You talking about the one that Mel did or the one that's coming up? All right. Discerning in God. You got the floor, Queen.
Good evening. Thank you for having me. Hello to the palace. Thank you, Queen Sheba.
Absolutely.
I'm always listening. I'm just always busy, so I cannot click the link and come up.
But you made it tonight.
I did. I have something to say. I have the Twizzlers out just in case the little ones run up. I can hand one to them so they can run back in there and look at TV.
And look, you see how we tag team that? I gave you a little time. You see how we work over here?
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Listen, I told y'all a long time ago when the stalker guy came on the live a long time ago and told Mel he's not a millimeter, he's a fan of the show. I checked out. That didn't sound right to me. You got to pick a team. You got to pick a side. I'm not in the middle. I'm not a middle type of person. You is or you ain't. However, let me say this about the cast. Mel is the type of person. They have a hard time with her because she is not a criminal. She does not fit in with them, and she does not get with their program. And she holds, not that she holds them accountable, she is like a moral presence among criminals, right? So even with Carlos, like Mel is everything they wish they could be, all the way up into her status, to everything. No, that's enough. Go back in there. So she's articulate, she's intelligent, she's educated. Even though many of them have education, you cannot tell, right? Once we go back into their background and pull up everything that they have, although we should not be holding them to that, but when we bring it to their present day, it still doesn't look like they are successful people. But if we compare them to Melody, even though they are all on the same platform, still have the same opportunities, they're upset with her because she's made the most of her opportunities. And that's not because she's better, it's because she's optimized that. So now here we are today. I believe there's a lot of reasons, but I believe Mel has exceeded her net worth beyond Carlos's, and he is very upset about it.
Girl, I think so too. Go ahead.
He is very upset about that. Somebody needs to pull up the assets and net worth and see he's so upset about that. He is beside himself. That lady, our queen, our sister, has got on that platform, presented her show, and he just happens to be a producer of it, and she has exceeded him. And he feels like he should be in her place. No, she's there because she's right. She's worked her tail off to be there. Who is this woman to come on here, a cheated on wife, a divorced woman, a single mom, to capitalize off of all this pain, and she turned it into purpose, and now she's this person. She did that, not you. So now they're trying to take all that away from her. He feels like he made her.
Oh, you know what? I think you make a good point. Come on, you preaching, and I'm jumping. I'm just playing a tambourine in the background, baby.
But no, and I mean, and in terms of Stormy, baby girl, little girl, I mean, she has so many mental health issues, and I'm not a psychologist. I'm just saying it's there, it's tangible. And it's like she wants to be what Melanie is, and instead of her just learning from Melody and letting Mel be her mentor, she resents her so much. And she just wears her insecurity on the outside. Like, I can't even say it without sounding mean.
And it's nasty. It's one of,
It is
listen,
so
we've all been
ugly.
insecure.
And,
We've
and
all
like
been
you said,
insecure.
I wanted to like Stormy. I really was excited about having that presence of two bold, beautiful Black women in business on this show. And she turned sugar into shit so fast. It was unbelievable. And I was like, ooh, I cannot stand this. So Stormy, you did that to yourself. Mel had nothing to do with this. You and your mother did this.
She did. Girl, you came up here and preached a whole sermon and didn't give anybody any pound cake, no fish plates, none.
So I'm not gonna hold y'all, but I just had to say that. But Mel is everything everything. I mean, from the inside out, that a lot of them wish they could be. I mean, like I said in one of the chats, she has the essence of je ne sais quoi, and they just don't have it. She has it. And they can learn just by watching. She can do a master class just on how to walk in the room, and we will learn a lot.
Girl, listen, you got to come up here more often. And next time you bring the mothers of the church to fix them plates in the background with that elbow macaroni and some fish so we can eat. Cause baby, you cooking tonight.
Oh my God. Thank you. Well, y'all have a good night. I'm still listening.
Yeah,
Thank
you
you for having me.
cooking. You better come back. Okay, we love you, Queen. Thank
Yes,
you for
ma'am.
coming up. Y'all, didn't she cook for her first night? Did she preach down the walls of the palace? Debbie, did she preach?
She sure did.
She
She
preached her
sure
ass
did.
off tonight.
We need to pass the collection plate for her.
Okay,
She
we
told
ready
it
to
just like
eat.
it is.
Girl, you came up
That's
here and cooked and didn't offer nobody nothing. Listen, you better come back. Put them kids to sleep next time and pour you a glass of wine. We gonna let you have the floor. The Aset, did she cook, sis?
Burning hot as fish grease.
Would you buy a plate?
I'll take 2. I'm gonna fix my to-go plate first.
Okay, we so silly over here. Look, you got the floor. You got the floor.
Listen, when I heard someone call CK the Lion King and just cracked up about it. And I understood the metaphor of him being the Lion King because he's more like Scar, right? He's allowing all of his hyenas to take over the Pride Land, and eventually it'll become barren and desolate. just inoperable, can't do anything, can't move, can't be prosperous, just nothing flowing from it, right? I think CK needs to borrow a page from Melody when it comes to marketing, the 4 P's of marketing: price, promotion, placement, and product. She has it all and she knows how to master it all very effortlessly. Him, not so much. He has his P's too: pitiful, pathetic, etc., etc., right?
Oh my God!
You're so silly. The second thing that I wanted to say, which I feel like is the ultimate chess game that I feel like Melody is playing. I think Carlos is under a gag order, and it's my opinion, where he can't comment about Melody or any situation involving her. Because when you have a legal team that will come after you and use your own words against you, he's being quiet. Melody is smart enough to allow them to tell on themselves. She doesn't have to do anything but show up. If her presence of just showing up chafes them that bad where they get out of character and get out of their square, all she has to do is just say, hey, roll that beautiful bean footage and let's go. So I think he's very aware, but he can't say anything because legally he already knows that he's in that hot seat. Just my opinion.
I think Carlos has got himself between a rock and a hard place. I don't think Carlos did his due diligence. Okay, y'all. I remember one time I was using an example on this platform and somebody said, click using corporate America as an example. Baby, if you're not in reality TV, you work for a corporation. And even reality television is a corporation. If they have a headquarters, it's a corporation. What I'm trying to say is, have you ever gone to your boss about something? Or somebody else, and this is just rhetorical. I'm just putting it out there. And they didn't report it and they helped protect somebody. And now everybody's bullying you or making you feel uncomfortable so you can quit before it gets to HR, before it gets really up there. And then when you finally tell, or you say, you know what? What is it called? When
Corporate retaliation. Yeah.
Your chain of command, fuck the chain of command. I'm finna just go to the top. I'm finna do a skip level meeting. I'm finna tell on all y'all asses because I can't do this. What's the first thing that happens when you get way up top? They had no idea. They had no idea that this was going on. And I think Carlos is making sure that they have no idea. Because if they have an idea, this has gone on for how many plus years? And you didn't bring us in, you didn't consult with us on how to navigate the workplace harassment, the workplace toxicity, all of the resources that we have in place. Is it Discovery? NBC? OWN Network? You didn't tap into everything we had? You remember Cassie sued, what record company was it? She sued P. Diddy. Y'all come off mute if you need to. What? She didn't just sue P. Diddy. She sued, was it Universal? No, come on, y'all, help me out on it. Cassie sued the corporation that Diddy worked for, that Diddy hired her because they were her bosses, Universal.
Yep.
Yeah, that's why she won the lawsuit. And they had no idea that Diddy was doing what he was doing on their time. Maybe they did. Epic. Somebody say Epic. It's Epic. That's what I'm saying. And then when you get, they have no idea. They have no idea. And I don't think they have any idea up top.
Queen Sheba, I think they didn't have no idea. I think Mel has let somebody know something, and Carlos is scared because he knows that Mel is more valuable to own than he will ever be. They know she's a star. They know the quality and the potential that she has. They see her, and he is scared. So he's trying to bully her off this show because he know if it came to between him and Mel, they gonna choose Mel every single time. That is why he called. That is why he's running this. He's making this work environment hostile for her. He wants her to leave, but he should know by now that Mel is not a quitter. She'll let this show go before she give it to them.
And then hold on. And then Journey to Jasmine says, but do corporations care about Black women? No, they care about their bottom dollar.
Exactly.
And if you work for them as a Black woman and you being abused and ain't nobody letting them know, that's their bottom dollar. Listen, communication rules a nation, baby. You need to let me know what's going on in my house at all times so that I can address it. It ain't no different than you being in a relationship when you tell a nigga or he tell you, listen, don't let another bitch come to me and tell me you cheating on me when I done asked you before. Is everything okay? And we have weekly one-on-one check-ins and I'm asking you, how's the cast? Everything okay? How can I support you? Do you need anything? And you reassure me every week in your weekly one-on-one Zoom. We're great. We're thriving. So do they care about corporations? No. They care about, do they care about Black women? I don't want to be so pointed. They care about their bottom dollar. And if you were tied to their bottom dollar and it could impact them Journey to Jasmine, then they're going to step in because their money is attached to it, in my opinion. Y'all feel free to chime in on the panel. Y'all feel
the
free
same
to
way
chime
you
in in the
do.
chat.
I agree as well, because the narrative could be, okay, you have a man bullying a woman, and there are years of documentation proving this. That's not a good look for a corporate company overall, saying, okay, we allow that environment to have our female staff just bullied to no end, and someone that's at the top of the chain instigating and spearheading that movement. They'll move away from CK for sure. And he's quiet as kept. I feel like he is blackballing himself.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he knows how to play well. I don't think Carlos has really learned the politics of corporations. The fact that you hadn't even addressed what's been going on for years tells me you're undeveloped. She said those men don't care about us. It's not. See, y'all get into, okay, so lies and more lies. That's why we got to keep the emotion out and bring in the business sense.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't never about, do you care? I don't need nobody to care about me in business. I need you to pay me in business. I need my friends to care about me. I need my family to care about me. But when I enter into a business relationship, I ain't checking for emotion. Because I don't care about you when I leave, when it's no longer a good fit. You see what I'm saying? We cannot take that part of emotion. I need to be respected. I need equal and fair pay equity. I need access to resources, and I need a psychologically safe environment. Y'all are asking the wrong questions. Do you care about me? Hell no, they don't care about you. They barely care about each other. You see announcements of them forcing each other into retirement every day.
Yep.
You top out at the top. If you really understand how corporations work, they'll force each other into retirement when they start making a certain amount of a salary, because they're looking out for their bottom dollar. So don't be walking into corporations saying, do you care about me? I just need to know when the time comes to business and you understand that I'm being mistreated, you going to choose me or you want this lawsuit?
Exactly.
Carlos has done them a disservice when it comes to those at the top, because he has not opened the lines of communication and say, hey, listen, we have an ex-husband and an ex-wife, and it's gotten really dirty and nasty. What he has chosen to do, in my opinion, is protect Martell, protect the other men. But thank God the other men had enough sense to back up off of it the last 2 or 3 seasons, right? But Carlos has gotten himself caught up, in my opinion. I don't know what you've done with your cast. So now you can't take it to the top. I'm sorry, because Martell is a wild and a loose cannon.
Yep.
So now you can't say shit against Martell Holt, in my opinion, because he gonna air you the fuck out when it comes to those executives. What do y'all think?
Yep. Then you see how fast he turned that around after they did that podcast, and all he had to say how disappointed he was in Martell, but we never heard no more about it since that podcast. He said that to play in Melody's face to make her think that he was on her side, but he wasn't.
That's right.
And another thing, in my opinion, Carlos King, he could have been told the executives. He didn't, because he lied to them as well as lying to the cast and the viewers.
Yep.
So now it's out of hand. And tell him what Martell got holding over his head, like you say. If he talk too much, Martell gonna go and tell it all. Like you say, he messes his own self up, and he gonna lose in the end, all the way around.
Mm-hmm.
And
But
it's
let's not
all
forget they
unfolding.
came to remember that higher ups had to come to Huntsville. Remember, they know something is going on, and I'm pretty sure Mel ain't sit there and sit on her hands. Whether she said it in front of everybody or when they walked out the room, she walked with them. Mel has put a bug in somebody's ear that's higher up, and that is why Carlos King is walking on eggshells, and he's scared, and he wants this lady to quit because he knows they'll choose her over him.
Well, he's
But
gearing up and he's trying to run her off, and he's been trying to run her
Exactly.
off.
if
And
she
I
quits, though, that eliminates his liability.
Yep.
If she
yes,
quits,
yes.
she would become the scapegoat, and nothing will come out. So that's why I said I feel like she's playing the ultimate game of chess by
Right.
just showing up. When you know that your presence gets on somebody's nerves, I know that's how I am in real life. If I know you can't stand me, baby, I'm gonna show it. How you doing, sweetie? How was your day? Good to see you. I'm gonna make sure you speak to me because I know you can't stand me.
And that's what Mel is doing. Mel is doing that. That's why I said he wants her to leave because he know if it came to a decision for the higher ups to choose him or Mel, they're going to choose her every time. He wants this lady to walk. He wants to bully this lady into leaving the baby that she birthed
So
and
she
let
won't
him
tell.
have it. And she ain't gonna do it. She's not a quitter.
She won't tell. There's this girl when I used to. I got my start in the healthcare system, and I excelled pretty quickly. And not because I was smart, but because I had heart. There was a whole lot of difference because I had no healthcare experience when I first came. And I excel pretty quickly because I just needed to. You know what I'm saying? You'll be surprised at what you can do when it comes to I need to make it. And y'all go ahead and mute up because somebody got a background. Everybody mute real quick. And when I got there, they started pulling me into interviews. And one of my bosses, he pulled me into an interview, and there was this girl, young girl that was coming in. He said she's really smart. She has a really impressive resume, but I hesitate to hire her. And I said, why? He said, because she's young. I said, what does that have to do with it? We serve everybody. And if you don't have if everybody's my age, like back then I was like, what, 30? I'm like everybody's my age and in the hospital care system, you got people my age, you got people her age, you got people older than that. You have to be representative of everybody, right? When it comes to what you do and how you do it. Make a long story short, this guy was a horrible boss, and we never told. Number one, that was unfair practice for you to say you were hesitating to hire her because of her age. You should have never said that to me. But anywho, she got hired. She excelled. That girl went on to black chick. I was like, she was so smart. Listen, went on to Spain and studied healthcare over there. Speaking, now she works in a major hospital system in Boston, and I be seeing her spreading her wings and fly. But because of confidentiality, I would tag her on Instagram for all of y'all. I know some phenomenal women. But the point I'm trying to make is a lot of shit go on in corporations, and the higher ups have no idea. No idea whatsoever. And I don't think Carlos has been on the up and up. And I think he needs the cast to push Melody out. Some of y'all are torn in the chat. Some of y'all are saying she needs to go. Some of y'all are saying don't go nowhere, stay. And I'm going to pause with that. It's some crazy shit that be going on in corporate America. Let me go to Simone, I see you, but let me go to Tiambe, and then I'm going to come back to everybody else on the panel. Tiambe, welcome.
Welcome. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, everyone.
Hey, girl.
How you doing?
Good, good. What you got?
Well, I don't really come on and talk much. I'm kind of in the background looking and listening. But I want to give a testimony about Melody. And this testimony is to, what's that young lady over in the corner? Stormy. I bought some products for Melody. and I didn't get my products within maybe about a week or so. I didn't know how long it takes to get the products. And Queen Sheba, you may remember me. I reached out to you. I reached out to True T. I reached out to I thought of everyone that I thought was a millimeter. I reached out to try to help me communicate to Melody. I think she was out of town at the time that I bought the products, though, to try to find out what was happening with my products. So after a while, True T got back with me and she told me that the products that I ordered, they were waiting on the chemist to make it and then send it to Melody. So, okay, that put me at ease, right? And so about maybe after that, maybe about a week and a half later, and I did write a review before all of this, and it really wasn't a real it was a review about, my products being late, me not being able to contact anybody, and I felt it wasn't good business. I did do that. And so after contacting everybody, True T got back with me about a week or so later. And one other thing I did, I asked for a refund because it had took too long. We going in like a week, almost 2 weeks now. So I asked for a refund. Well, Melody got back with me. She refunded my money right away. And after she refunded my money, the product came about a week and a half after she gave me my money back. So then I contact Melody and I let her know that I received my product and I would be sending her the money back to her. And you know what she said? Go ahead and keep it. That's a gift for taking so long.
And I don't think Carlos has been on the up and up.
And hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
And I love her for that. And that's for Stormy, because that's what you do in business.
So did you take that negative review down after she gave you your money?
I don't know how. I don't know how to take it down.
Okay, so we're gonna have to walk you through that because not only did you get your money back, you got a product. And
Right.
we gotta make sure you make that right on your end.
Yes, ma'am. By all means.
I love it.
And when I saw the review that I made, I didn't know how to take it down. It wouldn't allow me to. I didn't know how. So yeah, I would need help with that.
That's okay. We'll help you.
Okay. And so about I would say, my birthday was March 7th. So what I wanted to do for my birthday was give 6 of my daughters some of Melody's products. So Melody was so nice to me and so giving. I ordered 6 more of her products for each one of my daughters. I wanted them to have the same experience I had, and told her just package it all up in one bundle because it was going to go straight to my daughter's house. And when everybody got there, I was going to give them their gift from her. And I gave each one of them Melody's package, her products. Each one of them got some of what I have, and they were so appreciative of that. So that was my way of showing her how I appreciate her service back to me, by buying each one of her products. And one more thing I want to say. I probably shouldn't say this.
Okay, wait, pause.
Okay.
Because there's safety in pause. When we say I probably shouldn't say it.
Don't say it.
That's true. Follow your gut. Because you just said I probably shouldn't say it. Don't say it.
Okay. All right. I'll keep it to myself. But it's big that I'll keep it to myself.
I'm only saying that because you said I probably shouldn't say it. And that's where the sisterhood rallies around you. And so you got to get into a space where you trust you. So when you tell you on a panel, I probably shouldn't say it, I'm going to back you up on that 1,000%. Then don't say it.
Okay. Okay, I won't say it.
Okay. And we love you. And I love the fact that you came up here. You were so open and you started and then you brought it home.
Okay. But that was for that young lady over there in the corner too. Because that's how you treat your customers.
Thank you.
You're welcome. When I need help, I'll be texting you guys in Instagram. I'm not that computer savvy, but I really be trying to work it out. And I do need help to get that off.
Okay, we got you. And then you know how to reach me. We got you. We're gonna make sure if I can't help you, I see Ebony the best. I see a lot of people in the chat that they can help you with that.
Oh,
I'm
really?
not necessarily technology savvy, but I'll get you to the right women. They're gonna help you. They would
Yeah,
love to help you.
I'm Tiombe Fields.
Okay, Tion Bay Fields, y'all. So make sure I'll send it. Y'all inbox me. I'll send you her way and vice versa. But we want to make sure we help you so
Yes,
that we all keep each other elevated. Okay.
yes, ma'am. And I'm on Facebook too.
And we love you.
I love you guys. I love
All
you.
right. Let me go to Vanessa White because she hasn't been up here. Thank you, Tiombe.
Love.
Vanessa, welcome. I see everybody else. I'm coming to you, Bravo Vivian. Vanessa, what are your thoughts?
Hello, everyone. Thanks for having me up, Queen Sheba. I wanted to make two quick points. I agree with everything that everyone was saying in regards to the environment that Melanie is working in. I think she should stay and ride it out. She is strong and she has great endurance. I have experienced something like that myself. I was working at a law firm and had great camaraderie in the office until they hired this young attorney young enough to be my son, and he just changed the whole dynamic of the office. And I noticed that he stopped being really nasty and combative with all of the dark people in the office. Tried to talk to the office manager, nothing was done. Talked to the managing attorney, nothing was done. One of them even said that he's an attorney, he don't have to respect you. And I said Obama has to respect me. But I end up filing an EEO complaint, and they end up giving me a nice check. I tried to get my coworkers, who was the same color as myself, having the same problem, to join in on the complaint. They were scared, but then they regretted it when I showed them my check. But I just wanted to say that. But another thing I wanted to say about Mel is these cast members. It just reminds me of them coming to her home as a guest, and then they want to take over like they the homeowner for free. And I just feel so badly for her having to go through all of this that she's going through, but I know that Melanie will definitely endure. That's all I wanted to add.
That was beautiful. Thank you for coming up and sharing a little bit of personable, and then tying it into real life with Melody. Thank you, Vanessa.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. All right, Bravo Vivian, you got the floor.
Hey, hi everyone.
Hey, lady.
I was gonna come up earlier, but I was doing a bunch of stuff. Um, I'm never worried about Mel, even in the beginning. Before the YouTube and all that, when the show first started, I was never worried about her because she's always displayed that she knows what she's doing and she knows it better than anybody. If anybody knows better what Mel is going to do, is Mel. To me, Carlos is playing a different game than Mel. He's playing like a little kid who wants to get his way and he wants candy. The only adult on that show is Melody. And I'm talking about mental capacity, intelligence, the way she moves, the way she responds. She knows when she has to check somebody and when she needs to let them just go ahead and act a fool and show who they are. So I'm not at all worried about Mel. The people who should be worried are Carlos and his little gang he's got going on, because they're none of them have been successful. Not even Carlos. He hasn't been successful. Everything he's tried, he's failed at. And that's what we need to pay attention to. Mel is going to keep winning. And I love that she does her walk, and she does it with faith and honesty and integrity. And that integrity is something that I don't see on Call Lucifer, and I don't think we ever will. And that's what I wanted to say.
Thank you, Queen. Thank you. I listen, y'all are on fire tonight with love, a lot of love, a lot of love, a lot of light, a lot of accountability, a lot of directness. And I love it when we speak like that. Give me 1 second. Let me flow to these super chats because they coming in. And then I want to go to Prosperity Thick Girl, Simone Wilby, Aunt Debbie, Gigi, Harolyn. Y'all stay tuned. Give me 1 second and we're going to wrap it up after that.
Money, 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 money comes to me, flowing effortlessly. Money, 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 money comes to me, comes to me, comes to me, comes to me. Money, 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 money comes to me, flowing effortlessly. Money, 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 money comes to me, comes to me, comes to me. Money, 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 money.
Listen, the young lady that was up here discerning God, and I said, you need to sell fish plates because, girl, you came up here and preached. And it won't show up. Wait a minute. All right, there we go. Janice Walker with a 20 piece says Stormy is just like somebody else we know, always showing gold toilet seats and have lots of lawsuits. Who, y'all? I'm slow. Somebody else, always showing gold, but have a lot of lawsuits. I feel like that's a riddle.
You know
Y'all
they
talking
talking about
about
those squats over there. You know who they talking about.
who?
Tisha. I think she's talking about Donald Trump, isn't she?
Them squats that don't finish people's houses when they start and mess up people's equipment and don't pay them for it.
Y'all, who y'all think? You okay? You say Tisha them. Somebody else said Donald Trump.
Either one
Wait a
is
minute. How many
good.
glasses of wine y'all done
Oh, well,
had?
it does say 45 in parentheses, so it might. Oh, I don't know what 45 means.
45. Donald Trump? Is that who we talking about?
That's
No,
who
who
I
they
thought
talking
that was
about?
the number stood for.
He's the one with the gold toilet seats and a million, all these lawsuits.
But so does the Scott's 1.0.
They
They have
got a
gold
sink that
toilets?
you can't even wash dishes in, so I know they ain't got no gold toilet. You can't even walk up side by side up their steps. There's 3 steps.
I think it's Trump too. She
Okay.
talking about.
Okay. I'm gonna listen. Can I tell y'all something? The queen be locked in her lair. I'm at home a lot until I come out and travel. I'll come out and play for a little bit and I go back in.
Okay.
Roxy R says if we gonna keep it real, a Black woman can't be beloved and admired without haters. I think she can. I think she needs to know where her tribe is. And I think she needs to assess accordingly and use discernment. Bet you know, Queen Sheba, darling, could it be that there is language in the contracts that cleverly covers this abuse as reasonable conflicts? I'm not sure. So Crafty Lion, would you like to take this one? Could there be that there is language in the contracts that cleverly covers this abuse as reasonable conflicts? I trust So Crafty Lion. She's a risk assessor when it comes to entrepreneurship. She can speak directly to this type of thing. Advocate for Injustice gifted 5 Queen Sheba Darling memberships. Congratulations to the lucky recipients. And Sharice Christian gifted 5 Queen Sheba Darling memberships. Y'all, I'll see y'all in the morning for those of you that have never been behind the wall because we have coffee talk. Just Joyce with a 10-piece. She says, thank you, Queen, for this platform. It's our pleasure. You're absolutely welcome. Annette Kato Griffin with a 2-piece and a pepper. Hey, she say, hey, everybody. Y'all say hi.
Hey.
Hi.
Lady Hustle with a 10-piece and a pepper, honey. We thank you for the super sticker. And then Lady Hustle came back. She got that money comes to me. She says, thank you, Queen, for always making the palace a safe place. Yes, even for people that disagree. I be telling my mom, stop timing people off. I can't stand when content creators be like, Maj, you know what to do. What that mean? Come on. It's just like, it's like a football team. Like when we go to a game, they going to cheer for their team. We going to cheer for ours. It's okay. Let it ride. Gigi, what are your thoughts?
Hey, Queen. I know I came up earlier, but I wanted to say something about the cast. One of the things I do, I feel like that they wanted to break Melanie from the get-go. And, there's a song I think that Mary had, and she said that, people see you out, they think you're fine, and when you're at home, you're praying and crying and, you dealing with it behind closed doors. And then I think they also, when Martell was on Queen Sheba, he was saying, "These are my friends." He said it to Nell. "These are my friends. These are not her friends. They're my friends. Like they have allegiance to her, to him, and not to her." And that may be so, but when you deal with Stormy, Tisha, especially Stormy and Tisha, I mean not Stormy, but Tisha and Kimmy, as sometime as a woman, you need to realize you need to ride for real with a woman. Because just like Carlos said himself, what you put out in the universe is what you're going to get back. Well, Tisha has two beautiful daughters. You don't want that shit to show up at their door because you're so busy trying to tear down somebody else for what you see her go through. You don't want to see that. You don't want to see that in anybody's life. What you put out in the universe, you do get it back. But it don't necessarily mean that it'll show up in your life. It may be in your children's life, your grandchildren's life. At some point, if you want to be on a TV show as Black women, stand as a Black woman for a Black woman. Carlos is not a woman. At some time, you're going to have to tell Carlos, we're not doing this. We're not going to do this. All money is not good money. And the way they treat this woman, like he said on Heavenly Show yesterday, that Kimmy is a balance. Balance what? What the hell is she balancing?
Kimmy is like, okay, let me be quiet. Go ahead.
You know, like he said that she's a good balance. She's not a rah-rah. She's in a balance. You know, she's not. She's nothing. She sits back and she says shit on TV to make herself look good. But we all heard her. We all heard her last year when Mel changed her name when they were in Houston. We all heard her say that shit was corny. We heard you. See, you can't. I think they think we're stupid. I think they think that we don't see what they say, or I think they think we forget. We see you. We see all of that. But I have to admit, even with AL, I've never listened to not one thing AL put out. But it's ironic that all of a sudden you bragging on Carlos, and then all of a sudden all this stuff coming out. So I just want to say, listen, I only listen to a certain content creators anyway. So y'all, I do think everybody do need to be careful. I think they don't have storylines. I do think it's a money grab. I think AL is kind of throwing shit out just to see if it stick, so somebody could go back and sue. I did listen to, I think Who Knew today, and she was gonna basically play the recording, and somebody stopped her and said, "Don't play it." And she agreed and not play it. So yeah, I think everybody need to be very careful and be very discerning about what we put out, what we say, or what we repeat, what we comment on, and everything else. And I just want to say that.
Thank you. That's very good advice. And I second that notion because y'all work hard for your channels. You work hard for your, everything that you do. It takes a lot of work to come on YouTube. It ain't easy. Ask any content creator. And I'll give you a free tip because a lot of people, I would charge for it because I'm qualified to do so. But I will tell you this, if you make a second page, don't announce it. I think that's the worst thing you can do is say, follow my second page. Get it up in rotation and nobody knows you have it. And then if something ever happens, then you say, here's where you can find me. But it's already up and running. You've already attracted a different audience. Don't announce it because now you just put a target on your back. Now they know to take down 2 pages instead of 1. Does that make sense?
Yes. It
Yeah,
does.
that makes
Yeah, it
so much
does.
sense. I never thought about it like that. Thank you.
Yeah, don't ever announce your second page. You gonna find out when you find out. But I'm gonna be building it. I'm gonna be putting different content on it because YouTube does. If you I'm gonna teach a class, and it's coming out in April. If you understand, YouTube is a computer. It's a machine. It don't know feelings and emotions. It's not gonna say prosperity thick girl already got this page, so I don't want to promote. It's a machine. You're raging against a machine. It's gonna pump it out if it's good. I ain't gonna say nothing else. They told me don't say nothing
Yeah,
else.
I haven't.
They
I
told me
haven't
don't
announced mine though. I haven't.
But don't announce it. Don't
I
announce
haven't.
the second page. Keep it, but be putting content on it. Don't just sit on it. Put content that's completely different than what you do. I'm already teaching. I can't help myself. So that you're building up a fan base. YouTube's gonna do that for you. The computer does that for you. Y'all, it ain't get your emotions out and learn how this thing works. And I'm going to teach you. I'm going to have a whole class behind the wall. Okay. So don't announce it. Go ahead. Somebody wanted to get in.
I forgot what I was going to say. Too much wine.
Talking about don't announce your second page and just do it. Just like if listen, you could literally be talking about Love and Mirror Huntsville and you got a whole children's storybook page over here. Do it, but don't say nothing.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. That's a great idea, and it works. It's also another stream of income.
That's
Yeah,
what Mel said, move in silence. You don't announce everything you do.
ever.
Yeah.
But
You
I'm
don't.
gonna like y'all. We got an insurance class that's coming up. We be making money behind the wall, like real life, for real, for real. And it's not about money. It's about setting ourselves up and sharing um our skill set with each other. That's what we do behind the wall. And we got a little. I had to pull away from the tea. I'll give you a little bit, but I had to pull it away because it was not confidential. People would run with it, and then we just decided to reformat our sisterhood
Yeah.
on the wall. We're traveling together, the men and the women,
Mhm.
the couples, the children. We're doing like we're completely creating something that's really and listen, don't nobody care who you love or who you don't like. If you behind the wall,
Right.
you're welcome. We put all that shit aside. I'm for real. Don't nobody care. Don't nobody care. This
And
is a
Queen,
healthy space. Go ahead. Somebody want to
it's
get it?
so true, Queen. And I mean the benefits that have come out just from the conversations and the wisdom, and when you sit back and you rethink things and you have support to do that, to change your mind and to move in a different way. It's just amazing the feeling you get from all of that. I won't be here the rest of the week. Because it's a holiday and it's family and all that. But I will catch up on everything when I get back. But it's something, It's a shame to say it, but I'm eager to. It's not like something that I want to put down. It's something that I'm looking forward to. And there's very rare things that you have like that fill you up. That fill your spirit and and fill your mind up at the same time. So I appreciate that.
Absolutely. Vanessa says, how would you let your followers know about your backup page if your first page go down? So that's different. I think what y'all are doing, oh, I love teaching product. Y'all know that's what I do for a living. I'm a product developer. So I bring it to
Mhm.
YouTube. So what happens is that's a different product. I don't care how similar it feels because you developed, it's completely different and you have to treat it differently. So when you're on Facebook, you want to let them know because Facebook operates differently. If you're on Instagram, you want to let them know because Facebook and Instagram, you got to hustle for your customers, for your following, for your members or whatever. YouTube, you do not. The machine works for you, which is why they take a 45% cut of your revenue monthly. So they're going to do all the work. They're going to push it out. They're going to deliver your dashboards, your data, your analytics. They're going to establish predictive modeling. They're going to predict the likelihood of customers or subscribers clicking on your page. So somebody asks, so how do we get a membership? YouTube gives the membership. So when somebody purchases 5 Queen Sheba dollar memberships and they give it out, the machine controls who gets it based on your predictive behavior. Y'all get me into product now. So how do you let your followers know? You don't, because they're following you for that content. Your backup page needs to be a separate content. So you need to be working against yourself, your opposite polar. They call it the devil and the God in you. So you may love and marry Huntsville, but on the other hand, you may want to cover true crime. Set up the true crime page and start building up that following, because the Love and Marriage Huntsville crowd, if you get struck, if you lose that crowd, you'll never be able to regenerate your audience again once you lose your page. But guess what? You can always build it back. You may not get everybody. So you already know what it feels like to be in that realm of demographic. And every time you try something new, it unlocks a new level. It's like playing a video game. What I'm telling you is while you have your main page, go unlock a new level. on your backup page and don't announce it. And the reason why you don't announce it, because those people that are following you for the original content may not be interested in the backup content. You should not have 2 pages that cover the same thing. You're doing a disservice to yourself. And I'll explain it a little bit later in my consulting class behind the wall. Does that make sense to y'all or
I
no?
thank you for that knowledge. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Why would you
Appreciate the
create
knowledge, yeah.
2 versions of an Apple phone that's a 14 brand? You need an
Mhm.
Apple and an Android. You
Mhm.
own both. That's
And I
what your
got both.
pages should feature.
Thank you, Justice, for thank you for advocate against injustice. Thank you for the membership.
Yeah. So final thoughts. We're gonna wrap up. It's been 2 hours. Y'all have, let me drop the link just in case somebody want to come up last minute, because I know sometimes people are not as savvy with technology. Thank you all for tuning in. It's unfortunate that Carlos King could not capitalize on his talent, and you bit the hand that fed you. It's obvious. I'm not making this up, Carlos. You have been really rude to your leading lady. You have been very abusive to the Black women that are on your shows. And you could have really taken this and run with it. And y'all, that's why you got to be careful of the company that you keep and the people that you try to put on. They need to be there. We ain't saving nobody in 2024. That's what we're talking about behind the palace walls. You can't. No good deed goes unpunished. You said, well, Queen, I just like to help people. You better stop. They need to be able to help themselves. They will bite you. Hold on. Goldie, so crafty line. I'm so sorry. Let me start with Goldie. Welcome.
Hey now, it's Goody. Is it me? Can you hear me?
Yes, Goldie. Welcome, welcome.
It's Goody.
Oh,
So
good. Sorry, Goody.
not a problem, not a problem. So this is the thing. Y'all better than me. I have been watching this show from the first episode. Like you said, we were duped. We thought it was Black excellence. When people started to turn against Melody, I asked myself one thing. Who would you most likely be on this channel or on this show? And it would be Melody. I would not be any of the other ladies. And the hate comes from what they cannot do themselves. They're unable and incapable of being as eloquent and presenting as well as she does. Fine. Y'all are better than me, because the second he started trying to come for me, I would show him how reviewing his show is not even an issue. I would be buying all of Melody's products and I would not review the show, because the show is as popular as it is because content creators pulled up on it, not for any other reason. Detroit doesn't do it well, and that DC show, and I have been on a panel where we interviewed some of the people from the DC show, even Detroit. I'm just not interested in the people. It's not the same caliber. They don't do it for me. He he can't do this without the content creators, and I would show him just that.
Oh my God, Goody. We said that about 4 weeks ago. But you make a good point, girl. Now you may just get the fish plate tonight if you can preach down the house, because we gave it to a discerning God.
I was there. She deserved it. She deserved it. Another thing.
I'm gonna let her have a fish place tonight, but she didn't come ready to sell her food because she was cooking. But you cooking too.
But like another thing that really just sticks with me is what they're doing. People are using this as a part of their livelihood. I've seen big content creators just take a step back because it has gotten so ridiculous. Kimmy has lost herself. Kimmy was something when she first came, but I think she let the threat of becoming or being single for the rest of her life or dying alone get in the way and stop her from being aligned with her principles, because what we are seeing now is not her aligned with the principles we were introduced to. This right here don't make any sense.
I agree. Let me say this. it's unfortunate. Kimmy's smart. When I first saw Kimmy, I was like, whoa, she's a smart woman
and grown
grown woman. And I feel like Kimmy could have carved out her own slice of the pie for her dynamic.
Yep.
But listen, can I keep it real?
Mm-hmm.
Can we talk, y'all?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes.
I'm gonna hurt some feelings tonight. Okay.
Okay.
And I'm not trying to do it on purpose. Now I'm gonna really tell what I think. I happened to roll up on in her Alchemist.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God.
And I started listening to her. And she talked about her dating style. And she said, listen, I love a man. I'm gonna just say what she said. I love being with a nigga, but I ain't gonna be your wife or your girlfriend because you niggas are distractions.
100%.
Goals.
They will drag you all. Every time I've been in a relationship for a long time, it has detracted from the goals. And when I have not been distracted by the goals, I have had a man say to me, when are you going to be satisfied? And I'm like, when these 6 figures turn into 7, and then when they turn into 8, and then when they turn into 9. But they don't like that.
And she said, I've tried the love stuff. I've done all of that. But what I realized, she basically said, I get off my square when I'm too focused in a relationship. And it doesn't, she said, but I love him. I love to be with him. But I'm not going to be your wife or your girlfriend, but I'm going to be with you. But as soon as I assign myself that title as a woman, before I know it, I'm not working on my shit. And when I listened to that, I was like, that's a hard pill to swallow because a lot of women won't admit you gained weight because a nigga distracted you and you got married. You didn't finish that business because a nigga distracted you. And some of y'all don't say that because I did I'm not talking to those of you that were able to persevere and get through it. I'm talking about true distractions where you had to prove your love for him and you set everything aside to love him. And I said, this is a real conversation. It may not be my reality, but it is reality. If we really talk, ladies. And also, if we really talk about marriage and men, I hear a lot of men say, women change after marriage and this and this and that. Nah, nigga, she didn't change. You got boring. You quit taking her out. You quit buying her flowers. She didn't change. She just paused. No longer making her feel good. You are now a distraction because she has to pour so much into you, him, the kids, the house. So it really that's just some of my thoughts without me going too far. I was like, oh, she makes a good point. Go ahead.
The sacrifice that women
Do
must make
you
in
watch
marriage.
do you watch The Real Housewives of Miami?
A little bit.
Gertie. Gertie is the example of what Kimmy should have done and has been. When Gertie was, she shared everything with the world. She's beautiful. She shows her everything that she's gone through with her cancer experience. She has inspired so many women going through the same thing. Kimmy failed.
Yes, she did.
She failed immensely.
I'm not gonna say she failed. Maurice is a huge fucking distraction.
There you go.
There we go. Yep.
Listen,
That
lady.
whole family is a distraction.
I just
No,
want
but your
to.
husband will make you sacrifice everything. A husband requires sacrifice.
No, he don't require. He requires partnership and help meet, not sacrifice. I'm not a sacrifice as a woman. I ain't sacrifice. I'm a help. I'm a help meet.
A helpmate. But this is the thing:
yes.
the way that the world has positioned marriage. Like, so, my mom has passed on. My grandmother passed on too. My father and my grandfather are still here. Now, they had in relationships, but my mother always said, it is the man and not the ring. Don't run towards marriage. I love your father. Don't like him too much. Don't like him all the time, but I love him. And I took that. I watched what my mom poured in, and I watched what my grandmother poured in, and I watched them die from the pour. Nah.
Okay. And we got some stuff coming in the chat. Fine08 says the wrong man is a distraction. She contextualizes, says marriage is a partnership for me. It is for me too. But before I met my husband, I met distractions. I'm just talking about. I'm talking about if women really, and that's a whole different conversation. We're gonna take this one behind the wall, y'all.
Yeah.
Go behind the wall, because
I will be there because
just if you're already a member, I'm gonna put it on the calendar. Listen, because we already got financial coming up on how to get insurance so that you will never have to go without.
But I don't think that's Kimmy's issue. I
It is
think
her.
Kimmy.
You don't think it's her issue? She was
No,
a
I think she dumbed herself down to a group of people. It's like an organism that moves together. That's a crime family that she married into. Petty crime or whatever it is.
You say prime?
Crime.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
And Tisha actually said it to her. I require absolute loyalty. Okay. Kimmy is way smarter than all of them, but she dumbed herself down. She shut her mouth and she went along to get along, because in the beginning she was pushing back because she was her own woman. She was a nurse administrator. She had her own home. Yeah, she dumped herself down and now she's trapped, I think is what it is.
Trapped.
I think she dumped her. I think she dumped herself down so that they could build up Letitia. Because if you think about, listen to the time.
That too.
I
Yes.
mean, no, not dumb herself down. I think she took a step back because they wanted to build up Letitia. Because if you think about the time when Kimmy stepped back, is when we started seeing the Bessemer Hillbillies, when they thought that they could take over the show over Martell and Melanie.
Absolutely.
And
They
I think
told her
they
to
told
fall
her
in
to take a
line.
step
They did.
back,
I
to
think she
fall
was
in
in
line.
love. I think she did what most women do. That's my nigga. I'ma support him. I'm in love.
I think so too.
He finessed her behind so crafty
I
line.
don't see her as being so in love with him. I
She
really
was.
don't.
I think she was.
I think she
She's been
still is.
years.
No, he's
Hold on.
no.
Hold
I
on.
don't think it's
Hold on. He caught her in her latter years. She was a baby mama. Let's talk.
right.
That's why I
Yes.
said, let's talk. She was a baby mama. She ain't never got chosen.
Yes.
She a wife. She ain't never got chosen for the ring, but she was good enough to have a baby, but not good enough to marry. That bothered
Yes.
her.
Yes.
So when she met this young man, she pursued him. She paid for him. She paid for him allegedly to go to college. She built a bear, Yolanda. Yolanda says she built a bear. And the bear said, okay, put me on that deed in the house. Okay, we're gonna live together for 7 years. And then I'm gonna ask you to marry you. And then I'm not gonna take you on a honeymoon. And then when your son move out, you're gonna take care of mine.
Right.
So I think Kimmy's down for her man. I think Kimmy invested in that relationship.
Yes, she did. And she's
trapped.
trapped. But I don't see her as being blindly in love. I see her as being trapped and dumbed down. How this man gonna sit in your face and
Listen, you can't dumb down a woman unless she in love. There has to be a
or
love
just
component.
And Queen Sheba, don't forget, he said you're gonna get sick, and I'm gonna treat you like you ain't nothing.
he was treating her like she wasn't nothing before she got sick.
But she was in love.
Right, and he treated her like a doormat more when she
there's a love. Look, ladies, we gotta tell the truth. The only way a nigga can run game on you is if you love him.
Exactly.
I think she was in love with, like you said.
You ain't.
I think she was in love with having a husband, that idea. But you can look in Kimmy's face. Kimmy has stepped in shit and can't get it off her shoe. To me, that's what I see.
She was. I don't know if she is anymore. Kimmy was in love. Maurice rocked her mind from that soul that he was sleeping on. But let me go to So Crafty Lion because she's waited patiently. So Crafty Lion.
Hey everyone. I wanted to answer the question quickly about the person who was concerned about the language in the contract. I hate to go back, but that would be something that would really be illegal, because you will basically be asking your employee to allow me to be bullied. It's one thing to fight and argue and to disagree, but it's another thing to have something in writing. Even if you're a television studio, you can say people can't sue one another, and things like that. But for you, you can't really tell someone in writing to allow themselves to be disrespected in a manner that's basically illegal. All companies have something called employment practices liability. Well, it's not legal in every state, but in most states it's required, where that's where your protection is, where you get to come after your employee. It's not just about what happens to you, it's about how you perceive something. So I may not have assaulted you, I may have accidentally bumped into you, but you may have perceived it that way. And since I own the company, I need to protect myself, because that's where your payout comes from. This is just the one of the biggest insurances people will have, because it is where everything bad happens that can happen to someone that works for a company outside of an injury. It's the one policy that no company wants to have to pay out of, because it's the one that we hear about. When you hear about Lisa Vanderpump's employees coming after her, that's what they're talking about. They're not going after her personal pocket. They're pulling out that policy. When you're worried about what happens if OWN finds out, this is what you're really talking about. This is where, if someone gets paid, this is where this is coming from. So no, they wouldn't be able to actually put that wording on paper, because you would be asking someone to allow themselves to be victim of a crime. And then really quick with the Kimmy thing before I go, Kimmy's in love. And you know what? Kimmy's wrong right now, but she could be redeemed, because don't kill me, but Mel stepped in shit too. And she got out of it. She didn't wipe her shoes off. She put on some new red bottoms. So Maurice, he a man right now, but he ain't the last man in the world. She might get her sight back, walk away, and rebuild herself, because unlike some of them, she doesn't just have a job. She has a profession. She went to school to become a nurse. She could go back to that. Maurice graduated from law school. He ain't never been in a courtroom outside of the times when he'd been in front of a judge for something he did wrong.
I just want
Who
to
was
say
that
this
laugh? Hold on.
before
Me, thick girl.
I just want to say this before I got into the Kimmy thing. I
Who's
was going to
talking?
piggyback, huh?
Who's talking, just so we can follow you?
Harlan. I was going to piggyback off of what she just said and what Prosperity said. I think Carlos has already been approached by the executives. He actually said that on his
He's
live
lying,
when
but what
him.
makes you think he's telling the truth?
Yeah,
Why
they
he
wouldn't
didn't
come
get
to Carlos.
Because this is no. This is what he said when they first started that messy Monday on Tuesday. They were bantering back and forth, and he said, "Well, the executives are already after me, so let me just shut up. Let me stop talking." He let that slipped out.
I don't believe
I'm willing to bet that once Melanie filed that case against him, or Martell filed that complaint for the RP, and Miss Van had her issue, Melanie has an attorney. I think that is how OWN found out. And that is why
no.
Carlos can't,
I
huh?
disagree.
I'm gonna tell you why I don't believe it. Because if this now, I don't doubt. I remember Carlos said it, but if it were
Right.
this type of situation, you'll know it, because Carlos won't be talking at all. He won't be cracking any jokes, and he won't be saying nothing, because it gets real for real. And it's way above his pay grade if it goes to that point. He won't be making a fun, he's on ice, and the ice is thin, but Carlos, I'm not sure he's smart enough to know when to be quiet. He just kind of figures, I'm on YouTube, what can they do? He's feeling himself right now. But that's okay. Let him keep talking.
Okay,
Yeah,
can I jump in here real quick?
sure.
I don't think y'all know who So Crafty Lion is. She's phenomenal. She's a business risk assessment. When you start your business, they do a risk assessment over you.
Mm-hmm.
That's what she does for a living. So that's how I met her a few weeks ago, about 6, maybe 8 weeks ago. She came
Yeah.
up, I said what I said, which is, listen, that's why I said what I said. Because we let people come up and talk and say what they said. And when we were talking, she said, "Oh, y'all wrong. That's not how that works in business. None of you really know what you're talking about when it comes to business and how you cover yourself." And what she said is Black people are the most vulnerable people because you go out and you start a business, but you're exposed like a live wire. You don't have this coverage, that coverage, that coverage when it comes to protecting yourself as entrepreneurs. Okay. And she began to teach and explain. And she was like a hit on the show. So I reached out to her. Shit, I was like, okay, I hear you, sis, but that's what we do in the palace, right? So we got a phenomenal network of women
No, I agree with her. I agree with
that take care of
I
each other. And I
yeah.
said, well, and I started asking, I'm not going to tell you what I asked, but I asked and I learned. And I said, this is great. And now, so crafty line, don't say too much because,
I'm not saying anything.
behind the
No,
wall.
I'm just
But,
I
cheering.
mhm.
I totally agree with her. I was just basing it off. I worked in the court system for 32 years. I ran a unit, and
Mhm.
you do have everything she said about how you handle employees and their rights and what they can and cannot put in a contract. You can put anything you want in a contract. Will it hold up in court? Is the issue.
Here's
Is
the
it
thing to
legal?
remember though.
That's right.
The biggest situations never make it to court.
That yeah, you're right.
They never
That's
make it
right.
before a judge or in a courtroom. They don't go that far because they're settled outside to save
Yeah.
embarrassment. So it would never make it to a courtroom because it will be handled on paper and forever put away. That's why I think Carlos.
You went out. Come on, Queen. Come back. You teaching. So crafty. Did she go out, y'all?
Yes, I can
Yeah.
hear her.
Yes.
I
Y'all,
think she
y'all
lost her.
gotta join the
Oh
channel.
man.
No, she's right. They don't make it to a courtroom. She's
Hold on, let me
absolutely
say this.
right.
Let me say
Yeah.
this. If you
Wait.
haven't already, y'all better get memberships. This is all we do behind the wall. We talk finances, how to make money, how to protect each other, how to get your business started. We do Zooms, we do everything. We do everything behind my wall for $3.99 because I'm
I
not
think I
trying to
do
make
have a
profit.
membership. I
I'm not
haven't
trying to
been
make a
behind the
profit
wall.
off of
Yeah.
y'all. I don't need to make a profit off of y'all. I know business. I make my profits elsewhere, but we want to make sure that everybody's equipped to make it. Come back up, so crafty. Well, I don't know if I want you to come back up because now you giving too damn much. Hold on.
Listen, I'm
No,
retired. I'm just enjoying y'all. Really,
listen,
I'm just enjoying that y'all.
listen.
All these
Go ahead.
accomplished women in the chat. I just enjoy it. I just love it.
Listen.
Yeah.
It's real. God bless you all. This is what we do. Bravo, Vivian, prosperity. You're not behind the wall. Auntie Debbie, Goldie, you're
I'm
not
gonna be now.
goody. It's
I got
behind.
a membership.
Oh, you
Yes,
I'm
do?
behind the
they
Come
wall.
gifted
here
me a
saying
membership,
hi, girl, so we
baby.
can help you, so I can sort of. If I know you behind the wall, y'all need to say something because so we can say, I can say, focus
I
on my
got
plan,
I
focus
got my
on my.
membership. I got my
Me,
membership.
me too. I have been had a membership a long
Okay,
time.
and look, I've been
I
calling
just
Goody
got mine
Goldie
last week.
all night, and Goody,
Okay.
you better make sure you come back there. I've been saying Goldie. Y'all, we be doing real financial work behind the wall. Everybody like thriving. And we
Yeah.
read
We'll be there.
books. We doing everything. Now it's gonna take some time, but that's why we're gonna celebrate on our cruise in 2024 because at the end we've done our goal planning. Okay, Joe Rollins say I want to go behind the wall. How to? It's just $3.99. I swear to God, I made it affordable. I did not want to. Okay, so you go to my page, you click memberships. It's $3.99. Y'all, it's easy. On April 3rd, we got an insurance class. They're gonna walk. We got a financial how you can set your entire life up. This is a hard conversation. This I don't do what is it, Patreon? I don't do Patreon. I don't do it's YouTube. I let them manage it. It's $3.99. I wanted to make it affordable so that whatever we're teaching, we bring in experts. Like
Well, we know we
women
ain't
that are
gonna just do.
volunteering, men that are volunteering. Now you can sign up with them and they are real experts, right? Janine is coming in. Janine Gatewood is coming in April 3rd. She's going to tell you about different policies that you can place on yourself, your kids, your baby daddy, your mama, all of that. So that if anything happens to you, your family, you got a legacy built up. New York life insurance, how to get $1 million policies for $30 a month, $20 a month. And you get it on automatic deposits. I mean, automatic, you know what I mean? So that it comes out of your account and you're set. Some of y'all will say, oh, I got it on my job. No, 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 no. You need it on your job. But what if you get fired? You have no coverage. Supplemental insurance, car accident, accidental, critical, critical. What is it, y'all? All of that. So that you're set up. And this is what we're doing behind a wall with Black people. Yeah, we got the tea, but we also got things that are gonna be edifying for little to no. You ain't paying me. It's $3.90. Once you pay your $3.99, you have access, critical care. Once you pay your $3.99, the experts are gonna tell you ain't gotta buy nothing with nobody. But that's how you get the information. So Crafty Lion, I see you back. Go ahead. You got the floor. Let me pause. So Crafty Lion, you're back. I know you dropped down because you had audio issues. Let me go to Bad Apple. Was Bad Apple up here? Oh, they said she dropped down. All right. Gigi, any thoughts?
No, I think I said everything. I really just enjoyed the conversation. I haven't gone behind a wall, but there are some things that I am actually trying to do. So I'm gonna go behind a wall so I
Oh,
can
please come.
do.
Oh,
Yeah,
listen.
I'm actually like just getting. I work in some part of real estate now, but I'm getting ready to finish my own license and just want to see just see how to. Yeah, I'm empty nest. Just want to make extra money to retire on and travel with my husband and I. So yes, I'll be becoming 100 a while just to see what's new.
We got underwriters back behind our wall. You're applying for a mortgage, they're writing your policies. They're approving you for mortgages. Like, it's so dynamic. It is
Yeah.
so beautiful behind our wall. And that ain't no cap. It's $3.99. You can never say, oh, I paid you. No, we got Cinnamon
No,
Swirl.
We ain't
I
gonna
have
get
a
no
membership.
tape of nothing.
Yeah, I think I do have a membership, so
Yeah.
I'm good.
Cinnamon Swirl comes up on Wednesday. She gives financial tips. She's an underwriter. You want to buy a house? She's telling you how to fill out the application, telling you how to get approved, telling you how to send it to her if you apply through her bank, telling you what to put down so that you can get your house. Like, I love what we're doing behind the palace wall, y'all. This is like straight no chaser. But you got to qualify. And if you're not qualified, we teach you how to do the work. We ain't selling nobody nothing. Ain't nobody charging nobody nothing except $3.99 behind. ABK is behind the wall. Yes, you are. Yep. Every Wednesday morning, y'all, we have coffee. We have coffee. Bad
Oh
apple.
yeah, sometime I drop in on the coffee every Wednesday. You know
Yeah.
what I do now? After what 32 years in the court system, 5 in a hospital. You know
Mhm.
what I do? I sit on my back patio and watch people play golf. But my brain just needed a rest. Okay.
I
And
know right.
my suggestion would be for y'all to take behind the wall 401k or a deferred comp.
Well, come behind
That's
the
the
wall.
most.
Don't tell us you come behind there and we'll let you teach it.
I'll think about it.
Okay. So you see how they do. They'll tell you what to do, but they don't want to come behind the wall.
No, I'll,
Right.
I'll think about it. I'll
I
think
have been
about it.
behind the wall. I have been a member for behind the wall since it's about a year now, since last March or February. And it's a lot of great things that go on behind the wall. I might not say nothing, it's because I'm just sitting in the bushes listening, trying to grow and learn. But I've been a member behind the wall for over a year.
We've had Tiana Taylor's. What's her name? Tiana Taylor's auntie. I didn't even know. I was like, whoa.
Wow.
That's what I was like, whoa. Like, y'all, we be having people behind the wall. And I'm like, okay, let me get my act together. Like, we really doing that deep work for men and women. We doing assessments of your pages. We talking, we doing everything. But now listen, we can't do it every day. So don't be coming behind that wall for $3.99. You're gonna get everything. That's $1,000 package. We meet twice a week. Sometimes we meet on a realm. We got trips planned. We talk. Right now we have a book club where we're learning how to improve our lives by 1%. We don't just do tea and gossip. That's okay, but you got to have a balance. We're doing some really good things.
Can I recommend a book for you?
Yeah.
The Bait of Satan.
Oh, wait, what?
It's offense. You get offended, and then he got you.
Can you type it in the chat?
Yes, I
I want
will.
my mod to check it out so they can see what
Yeah,
it's.
it's an awesome book. The Bait of Satan. It's his weapon against God's people. Because
Okay.
once you get offended,
Okay. Type it in the chat. Type it in the
okay.
chat and see. Okay. So listen, this has
Y'all
been a
are
hell of a
gifted
conversation.
memberships.
Go ahead. Somebody was trying to get in. I don't want to.
No, I said they are out here really gifted memberships.
They are.
Yes.
I'm going to cover it. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. Listen, y'all, tomorrow's coffee talk. We up late. I did not expect to stay 2 hours, but let's get to these super chats.
All right, Palace, the Super Chat Squad is in the building. We appreciate you, baby. The Super Chats are fire. Get in your bag. That's a lot of money.
Love Aura says, how are the memberships divided out? Because I still haven't received one. YouTube, it's funny. I still haven't figured it out. But I think YouTube gives out free memberships based on how often you comment in the chat. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to research.
I got one.
Okay, we already talked about that. Angela, y'all got a lot of money up in here. Angela A gifted 5 Queen Sheba Darling memberships. Congratulations to the lucky members or recipients of
Thank
that
you.
tithe and offering. Somebody's mama, a member for 16 months, says she ain't in love no more. You know what? She may not be. I agree with you. Miss Queen 19 got that money comes to me. She gifted 5 Queen Sheba Darling memberships. Girl, you got that money. Congratulations to the lucky recipients. Bad Apple is a new member. Bad Apple got a new membership. Congratulations, Bad Apple. We're gonna see you behind the wall, and ABK pulled up, y'all. She just making it rain up in the palace. She gifted 5 Queen Sheba Darling memberships. Congratulations to the lucky recipients of her generosity and her kindness. Carol Toomer, congratulations on your 90-day membership. She says, I love being here in the palace. Let's see who else we got. Audrey C. Audrey be showing up with that money comes to me every week. Audrey, again, here you go. Spreading your kindness. Audrey gifted 5 Queen Sheba Darling memberships. Congratulations to the lucky recipients of that. And y'all, we got a lot of stuff coming. We're cruising together. We got over, we got over 100 people cruising with us. We made it very affordable. If you have any questions and you don't want to ask here, please feel free to inbox me on Instagram and or email me. I will point you in the right direction. Just Angel is my right-hand Duchess. If you don't want to come because you don't have a roommate, she's going to make sure you get one, okay? If we have one available. We've been pairing people up. We've gotten people set up. It's okay. Reach out. And with that being said, I'm going to go around to the panel. What are your final thoughts on the conversation? Let's leave with a positive. I'm going to start with you. Bravo, Vivian.
I just want to say that I wish everyone a wonderful holiday or break, whatever you're going to be doing. Hopefully everybody gets some rest and enjoys their peace and space. And I will be back next week. We're not sure what day. I'm glad we have a little bit of freedom on that. And just love you, Queen. Thank you so much for my cat. Thank you so much for everything and keeping the honesty. Of course, she needs a lot of attention, and keeping it real, keeping it all the way real. We love it. I love you all, and I wish everybody, like I said, some happiness and peace. And
We
that's
love
it.
you too. We love you too. And thank you, Vivian.
You're welcome.
Yes, we're almost done. People say, are we almost done? I can't log off. Yes, yes, we're ending. We're ending. Let's go to Prosperity Thick. Let's go to Goody. Goody has been very a good sport because I keep calling you Goldie, child.
It's not a problem. It's all good. I'll say this. We are still early in the week. Wake up early, get your coin, keep your focus, and content creators, use discernment when you're determining what's going to show up on your channel. Don't let these people get in the way of your coin because it's not worth it. That's what I got.
That's very good advice. Thank you, Goldie. Are you behind the wall? I mean,
Goody. Yes, I'm behind the wall. I joined last week.
you know what I should do? Say, okay, Queen, if you're determined to call me Goldie, you need to make me a sweatshirt and mail it to me. That'll stop me when I gotta pay.
Don't worry about it.
Do it again. Listen, are you behind the wall?
I am.
You better get up and get that coffee. You know what I'm talking about.
Yep. I will be there.
Hey, if y'all know what that coffee means in the morning, I'm gonna put it out early in the morning, y'all. We got free coffee in the morning. If you don't
Queen,
know, you don't know.
Queen, did you see that? Sharnita's World been picked up by another network. She announced it on Trending.
Oh, Vivian.
Congratulations.
Oh, congratulations to Sharnita's World.
Yeah.
And Mel.
And Mel. I was
Mel,
about to say,
yeah.
yes, both.
Yeah, both.
Oh, they were really about to piss a fit now. Oh, Lord.
Yes! Hold on, y'all.
They're already doing it.
Look at
No, they
God.
were just saying you can't fast forward. You can't.
Oh, baby.
Llama, red pajama, Reese's story, Reese's mama keeps baby her. Llama, go downstairs. Llama, red pajama, feels alone without his mama. Baby llama wants a drink. Mama's at the kitchen sink. Llama, red pajama, call down to his llama.
Yes.
That was
Congratulations.
They were just saying that you can't rewind it, you can't fast forward over there. I don't know. You could. I bet you could do it on a new network. Y'all just made.
You know what? It's a start.
Yes, God.
She started. And people will try to trick you out of your spot. Well, you can't rewind, you can't back forward. So you don't need to start and cheat. Just start. Just start. And God will help you figure out the rest. So whatever you believe in will help you figure out the rest. And with that being said, thank you for bringing that to my attention. Prosperity Thick Girl, how you want to wrap it up? What are your final thoughts?
I know y'all was being so nice and giving. I want y'all to be safe too. I hope to see y'all in the morning with the coffee. But Carlos, you are going to be the root of your own demise. Leave this lady alone because she ain't bothering you. Y'all are the reasons the mellow meters formed. You cannot create what y'all call the monster, and then once it start attacking you, you want to put it back. You want to put it down. It don't work like that. This lady is blessed and highly favored. You see it all the time. Why do y'all not get the fact that every time y'all try to come against her, every time y'all call her name for negativity, she gets 3, 5, 4, 5 more blessings? I would be tired of seeing somebody get blessed that I have so much envy for, but you can't stop yourself from talking about it, so God ain't going to stop blessing her.
Amen.
You are creating the hostile work environment. You are setting the tone. Guess why? Guess how? Because you are supposed to be the boss. You are not supposed to be down on the floor with the kids working. You are supposed to be setting the standard. You are supposed to be doing the supervising, not adding to the problem. So just remember, we all know Melody is more lucrative to that company than you are. So when you find yourself without a job, don't blame Mel. Don't blame the mellow meters. Remember, you love mess, and your messy ass did it to yourself.
Oh,
Mm.
Lord have mercy. Gigi. Prosperity
What?
set it off. Gigi, what are your final thoughts?
Um, I don't. I mean, I don't. I don't have anything. I didn't say it all I was going to say about these people tonight. I was still just listening, so I'm gonna drop down. My final thought is, I'll see you in the morning, Queen.
Okay. All right. We'll see you at Coffee Talk.
Yeah.
Members, y'all know what that means. Y'all get up early. I'm going to drop it early. I'm going to drop it early for the coffee. Auntie Debbie, final thoughts.
My final thoughts are happy birthday to Miss Van.
Yep.
Congratulations to Sharnita's World and Melody. Now, how would this look? Carlos mess around and get fired. He might have to go over there and ask Melody for a job.
Oh,
Talk about
y'all
making
been
your
real
enemy your
messy on these final
footstool.
thoughts. Y'all been real messy now. Hold on.
Talking about making your enemy your footstool, baby.
Ooh.
Your
You
footstool
know,
and your job resource.
you got to watch these bridges you burn now. You might have to go back across them. So, watch how you treat people. You never know when you'll need them.
That's
Because the
true.
rate he going, he might be out of a job soon. She got a television station. He gonna need her one day. So watch how you treat people. I want to thank you, Queen Sheba, for having me. I want to thank you for all you've done for women in this platform. You know, um, a lot of things you say, it really is inspirational, women, and it's really been good to me and good for me till I'm up and running my channel, and I'm growing. It's taking this time, but I'm growing, and I just want to say thank you for all the encouragement you gave me. That's
You
the
are
only thing
so
I
welcome.
have to say about them people. They not what you can't really say nothing positive about them on the show other than male, because the other ones, they don't give you nothing positive to say about them. So I'll say nothing at all about them. I'll just say thank you and
You
thank the
are so
Palace
welcome.
Queens.
And we love you, Auntie Debbie.
Love
Um,
you, Aunt Debbie.
you mean the world to
I love
us.
all of y'all. Yes.
And I cannot wait for us to listen, y'all. Not only are we cruising, y'all, we didn't drop the 50 piece and a pepper in a steakhouse. My ladies got money, 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 and my guys got money. We didn't bought out the steakhouse on the cruise ship. It's a specialty restaurant. We didn't locked it up. They sold out with us. So we eat real good. We traveling. We drinking fine wines. We drinking good lemonade for the ones that don't drink. We doing all things. We taking very good care of your family members if they're cruising with us. Okay. So God bless you, Miss Debbie. We're so happy, Aunt Debbie, to have you with us. I can't wait to see y'all behind the wall tomorrow. I'm gonna have to get up early because I won't cancel. Because I be trying to I'm a Scorpio. Scorpio. I like to sleep. I'm a Scorpio that likes to sleep, but I'll be up. I'll see y'all in the morning. And with that being said, let me transition to my last super chat.
Money, 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 money comes to me, flowing effortlessly. Money, 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 money comes to me, comes to me, comes to me, comes to me. Money, 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 money comes to me, flowing effortlessly. Money, 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 money comes to me, comes to me, comes to me. Money, 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 money.
Effortlessly by way of Protect Your Peace that gifted 5 Queen Sheba Darling memberships. Congratulations. That queen just blessed you with the membership behind the wall. Y'all, we got some work to do and we still working. Miss Queen 19, member, congratulations for your 3-month membership. She says, I love the palace. Let's see. Janice Walker gifted 5 Queen Sheba Darling memberships. Congratulations to the lucky recipients of that. Protect Your Peace with a 10-piece and a pepper says, I absolutely love this palace full of positivity. Just became a member and wanted others to be able to. Oh, you are
That
so
was so
sweet.
sweet.
She said, I just became a member and I wanted others to be able to as well. Great, great, great content and energy. You all are definitely a light. Keep shining. Thank you
Thank
all
you.
for coming up. My panelists tonight, y'all did good. Goody, you're a good sport because I
Yeah.
keep calling you Goldie. I'm gonna make you sweat. If you're not cruising with us, are you?
I just found out about all of this just now.
Just look
So
at it behind the wall and see how you feel. And if so, I'm gonna bring you one that says Goldie. I owe you. Prosperity Thick Girl came up. I'm so glad you came up. I think this is your first time on the panel. Bravo Vivian is a resident panelist. Auntie Debbie, we love her. We take care of our women. But thank you all to my panelists and Simone Wealthy, all of y'all that were here.
Thank you,
Thank
Queen Sheba.
you.
I just want to say thank you. I didn't even know you knew I had a channel. I thank you.
Yeah, I know you got a channel.
Didn't think I was on your radar.
It's
But
good.
thank
You
you.
send me stuff every day.
I know, but I didn't think you knew that was me because you know it's two
Yeah, I
different
know
names.
that's you. It'd be funny. But you know what happens? Y'all, okay, can I say something real quick? I don't multitask because it gives me a lot of stress. So y'all gotta remember I'm a corporate girl. So it's very hard for me to juggle a lot. Yes, I know it's you. But what happens is I be checking early in the morning right before I have my coffee and log on my computer, and then I go silent. Do y'all know I had somebody go off on me because I didn't say good morning before I said, and that person said, "How dare you not say good morning to me? What did I do to?" And I was like, "Ma'am," in my head, I ain't got time, baby. You got to go because you're not for me. I need a strong team of women. I be up on this internet. I ain't trying to be rude. I be like, "Oh, what happened? What happened?" And I was like, "What happened? What happened?" Da, da, da. You should have said good morning, ma'am. Listen, we friends now at this point. You've been emailing me, you've been DMing me for a year, girl. We passed that. If I gotta say good morning, how are you? How's it going? Before I get to the point, don't send me nothing else. I ain't trying to be rude, but I like my girls. So we be like, girl, look at this. It ain't too many good mornings unless I got prayer warriors that pray for me. Now, with
Right.
my prayer warriors, I know them. They've been praying for me over a year. Miss Beverly. There's a Beverly lady that Miss Beverly, she been praying for me. Everybody else, come on, y'all. Y'all know we with the shits. If you
Right.
sending me gossip, I ain't talking about no good morning. How are you? You sending me gossip. Every all day.
I do.
What's the timestamp?
I do.
What's going on? And then one day you decide I need to say good morning. Oh,
Right.
girl, we good.
Right.
I thought we were. So I see you, Prosperity. You send me stuff, I be laughing. But I thank you for letting me be me. Because
Right.
sometimes I don't have a lot of time. But if I respond, because I love you. And you ain't never try to correct me and coach me and make me be something that I'm not. I'm not
Right.
gonna say good morning sometimes, but I be like, oh, ha ha ha. Why I gotta say good morning? How are you? Da 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 da. And that's when I
Oh
start
Lord.
saying, oh shit,
No,
maybe
God,
I
I just send it to you so I can have a good day, and I'm done with it. I did my part. Like
yeah.
I see that you saw it. You always laughing or something. So that's all. I don't require a lot of maintenance. This is ridiculous.
And I understand it's not right or wrong, but sometimes I don't have that much time. But look, I'm like, girl, I be getting flooded. Not you, but I'm saying I see you. But
Right.
some people want me to give a whole introduction. We've been going back and forth for a year. And the one time I don't say good morning, you got a problem? Don't you know what? Never mind, because I ain't trying to offend nobody. But I'm also not that sensitive. I'm kind of tough. I be moving around quickly. You know what? Maybe not. Don't send me nothing else. Yeah, I see you. I know who you are. You be sending me some good stuff.
Well, I appreciate you. Thank you.
Yes, that's why I said check her out. But you know what? I wish I can do more, but I'm not a full-time YouTuber.
You are good. You are. We all are busy. Life is lifing.
Life be life, and how you gonna that don't be so quick
Nobody
to
should
correct
expect
each
that from
other.
somebody they know from the internet. Like we don't owe each other nothing but respect. That's
Or
it, and
grace.
that's all. At the end of the day.
You never know what somebody could have got up and just lost their dog or their
Mhm.
daughter, and they were like, "Hey, what's up? What's going on? Tell me good morning." You don't know what they dealing. Don't come on, chill.
Exactly.
If you that
Right.
sensitive, like I'm just saying, y'all, we got to do better as a people. Stop
Right.
people telling people. Most people ain't coming at. Can I say something before we end? Most
Mm-hmm.
people want to see you do well. Do you know that?
Mhm. Yep.
About 90%, and I'm gonna say 85%. 85% of those around you want to see you do well. That's why I can't listen to stuff like when you don't want to be with me and you don't want to do this and you don't want to be. 85% of people want to see you do well. They really do.
Yes.
So if they have an off day and that's all you see in your engagement and that's all they see about you, quietly shut that shit down.
Exactly.
Of all the things that we've done, all of the engagements we have, the one day I was off, that's been the most prominent thing in your life. Most people want to see you do well. Believe it or not, most people do not hate you. Most people love you. Most people love you. But research and science shows that for every negative comment that you've received, even though it has nothing to do with that person, it takes 7 positive comments or affirmations to overcome that negativity. So think about how you carry that. Somebody could have told you something last month that was negative, and it's going to take 7 times for you to hear something positive before you can let it go. Stop carrying that stuff with you. Stop doing that to people. Most people want to see y'all do well. Stop doing that. I'm not talking to y'all on my panel.
We know you ain't. We know it's all love over here. We're not that sensitive.
Yeah.
No, I don't know anything. I need you to tell me Grand Risings, Queen.
Yes.
That's what I'm
All
gonna
that
do.
was in my head. Why Grand Rising was in my head as she was saying that.
We gonna need to we send our boundaries in this relationship. You tell me good Grand Risings in the morning.
But most people do love you. And you
Absolutely.
but we focus on the negative. Research shows that one negative, you're gonna focus on it. Well, yesterday you said this, but what about all the times that they were there and they didn't say that? Let a person have a bad day. Let a person get up and maybe they didn't say good morning, but they saw you. They gave you a cup of coffee. They turn on, but he didn't put my favorite spoon. So what? You know where your spoon is.
They got a lot of demands.
Not the spoon.
My spoon. What? but you know I like my coffee. And girl, stop.
Just be
what we
glad he
do
gave you some
behind the walls.
coffee, damn
Stop
it.
doing all that.
Right.
Sweet and low over there. Go get it.
Go get
Most
it.
people do love you, and I want y'all to think of that. I don't care what we go up against, y'all. We talk shit on YouTube. We pop, da da da. But you know what? Find your people that love you, and
Yes,
it makes
Lord.
it all right. And
Yeah.
somebody says, "Where do we access behind the wall?" Mildred. You just clicked. Go to the page. Go to the main page of any YouTube content creator, and you look for the membership. You click on something that says membership. And if you're not a member, it's going to prompt you to join. And just click join. Mine is $3.99. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. That's it.
And then it'll send you messages every time she puts something in the members only, and it more than likely will be on her community wall.
Yep. Tomorrow's coffee talk. I ain't gonna say what it is behind the wall because y'all not finna run me broke. Prosperity, you ain't been back there before?
Nope, I'll be there tomorrow.
Okay. Goody, you ain't been back there before? On Wednesday?
I just got my membership together because I swear that I'm getting hacked every time YouTube take their little bit of money. I'd be like, who's hacking me? And then I have to go research it and be like, oh yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you have Bank of America?
No, I just have Capital One, but I don't care any little bit, 19 cents. I'd be like, who's hacking me? Because that's how the hackers they see if they could get a little something to see if they could get a big something. I'd be like, oh no. And then I do my little research. I wish that they had it so you could just do your annual membership and set it and forget it.
Okay, and the halls, no, they said top. They said top. Listen, behind the wall on Wednesday mornings, it's a fight. It's a first come, first serve. Auntie Debbie, you know what time it is behind the wall, huh?
Oh yeah. You get a lot of great information.
But
A
what
lot of
comes
great
before that?
information.
You know what everybody be looking for on Wednesdays. Don't say it though.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Coffee.
talking about?
Oh,
Auntie Debbie.
you say no one say it.
Don't say
He
it.
said, "Don't
You know
say
what
it."
I'm talking about. You know what I be behind that wall on Wednesdays.
Yes.
And then it run out. And
Right.
they come out, man,
I'm just what I'm talking about. But you
hey,
don't want me to say the name because if I say the name, they're gonna know what it is.
don't say the name. But you know what
I'm
I'm
not.
talking about. When they come out, I ain't get up early enough. Okay, Bravo Vivian, you know what I'm talking about. You behind the wall, Vivian.
Yep.
Okay, you know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
What
When
time do we
Journey
go behind the wall?
7
7
In the
a.m.
a.m.
morning.
Normally
Okay.
I'll release it before then. And they tell me I didn't get mine. Okay, well
Right.
you better get up
But
early.
but sometimes people need to understand is that's a blessing and not try to take advantage.
That's
You
true.
know,
That's
don't
true.
go and try to get no sandwich and donut and everything else. Just get what you're supposed to get and be grateful for that and buy your other things and come on out.
That's
That's
right.
it. You don't go take advantage of a great thing, because you're running for
Yeah.
everybody else.
It, that's
Mm-hmm.
right.
Be
That's right.
be
You
mindful.
know what you're talking about too.
Right, be
Yep.
mindful, save some for somebody else. Now, I got a question.
Okay.
How can I send somebody some coffee that I don't even have their address?
Okay, like I did for you by accident. Y'all, can I tell y'all? Do y'all know what happened? Auntie Debbie, can I give them a little bit about the computer, or do you prefer I
You
don't?
can tell them everything.
Okay. And I tell y'all, the palace is the fucking bomb. Auntie
Okay.
Debbie came in behind the palace. She was a new member, and she said she wanted to start our YouTube channel, but she needed to buy a computer. We bought her a computer behind the palace wall.
No, that's right.
Oh my God. The palace came together. I don't even remember. Like, they bought her a computer. So Auntie Debbie is up
Mm-hmm.
and running. Like, they were like, we got you. We gonna buy it. That's what we do for each other. We support each other behind the wall if you have a need.
Mm-hmm.
Only behind the wall. We ain't doing that in regular YouTube because we don't know who you are. So Auntie Debbie. So when Auntie Debbie got we bought her computer, I decided I want to send her a microphone that I got.
No,
Well, when
that's
I sent her a microphone, I didn't realize that I sent all of my Amazon shippings to her that was on subscription.
right. Yep.
Look, Auntie Debbie was getting all my damn coffee.
I still got it. I still got it
She
because
feel
I
me?
can.
She started drinking my coffee. I was like, "Where my damn coffee?" I started running out of coffee. I started looking. Why the hell Amazon taking my? They kept saying delivered, delivered. So I'm fighting with Amazon. You didn't deliver my damn coffee. Guess who had my damn coffee? My Debbie.
And I still got your coffee because I cannot have coffee due to the problems with my heart. And that's why I said,
Mm-hmm.
how can I send somebody some coffee when I don't have their address?
Girl, I bought that good old y'all. I bought coffee in a can that you have to open. Listen, I found such a good coffee that we talk about it behind the wall, but you got to open with a can open. So I found a good coffee. So I got an
Mm-hmm.
automatic subscription. So I didn't realize by me sending her a microphone, I had sent all
You
my
changed the
subscriptions to
address.
her house. So I started missing I was like, they kept taking pictures to my delivery. And I was like, what? They're stealing my stuff. Come to find out, it was like an Undebbie house. But because of
Oh,
her health
beside
condition,
her.
that
That
coffee
got me
good.
tickled as
Can't drink that
hell.
coffee.
I'm going to find a way to bring that coffee with me to Houston when I fly there and go on the boat. I'm trying to figure out a way to bring that
That
coffee
coffee in your
there.
house for your people and Daphne says, how do we find the cruise information? The cruise, you can come with us. The cruise information is behind the wall. See, you don't have to be a member to cruise, but I just want you to be a member to get the information just for safety reasons. Yes, Bad Apple. Yes, it's Cafe du Monde. Yes. How do you know? Are you behind the wall?
She bought that good coffee
Behind the
too.
wall.
But hers
It's a
come to her
French
house.
coffee. It's a French coffee. Yes. That's the coffee. Oh my God. And so now Aunt Debbie want to share with everybody after she done stole my damn coffee. To my, how do I send it? Girl, you better send it back to me.
Now she stole it.
I was like, then I called. I said, "Hi, Auntie Debbie." Yes. I said, I think you have my coffee. I was scared. Look, I was scared. No, y'all know as bold as I am. I was scared to make that call. She told me, "Hello." Wow. Auntie Debbie, yes. This is Queen Sheba. How you doing? I was like, oh, God. Oh, I'm gonna have to beg for my coffee now. Oh, I'm doing good. How are you? But nah, y'all. We just messing around.
Baby, I am tickled.
I'll show you.
I had to go down and get the coffee, and when I saw the box, I got it. I asked for your address. I'm finding a way to try to bring that coffee on the plane with me to
Why?
Houston.
You want to eat? You want to drink it in your room or?
No. I can't have coffee. I can't have coffee. Due to the problems with my heart, so I can't have coffee.
Don't bring
The
it back.
caffeine makes my heart eradicate, so I can't have it. That's why I was trying to get it to you. That's why I
No.
asked you that question. I've had that coffee here and it's never been open because I don't drink coffee.
Say that coffee. Some look. Stacy said if you like strong coffee, she highly recommends it. Listen, that coffee. Listen, that coffee is coffee. It's Cafe de Munde. That coffee.
Jamal.
Oh, that's the best coffee. It costs a little bit. It's about $12 a can. Yeah, it's about a little bit 12, but that's okay. It's good.
They pay that much at Starbucks for one cup, so
That's true. That's true. That's
Yeah.
true. All right. So we gonna can you drink dandelion coffee? I don't know what that is.
What is that?
I don't know, Miss Debbie. They're asking
I've
you.
never heard of dandelion coffee. I've never heard of it. So I
So the
don't know if I could drink it or not. I know caffeine makes my rhythm go off, and that's why they were saying I can't have coffee
yeah.
because of the caffeine. So I'm trying to keep everything in check because I'm wearing a monitor now. I'm trying to make sure I'm healthy. So when I go on the boat, I'll be healthy and
yeah.
I'm gonna have a good time.
Yes, you are.
Okay.
You're gonna be real healthy because we're gonna make sure we're gonna pray about
Okay.
it.
So my cousin said that you can send it to her box and she'll get it to me. No, Crystal, if she sends it to your box, I want you to try it. Because I got it on automatic subscription. Y'all, that coffee so damn. I tell you what, Auntie Debbie, bring the coffee on the cruise and we're gonna give it away as a prize.
Okay, I'll
Ooh.
bring.
That's what we're gonna
Okay,
do for them to try.
okay. So I can put it in my luggage and it can go through the airport with me
But don't
and
bring
no
it all.
problems.
Keep one in case you have friends and family that visit over the house. You keep one, you give one.
I don't like people like that. I don't have company.
Okay, now hold on.
I only have my
You don't want
daughters.
nobody at her house.
I don't like my family like that. They stay too long and they eat too much and they always got a problem. And
You
I
said
don't need
all
none
my
of that.
friends in the internet. All my friends are on the internet. I hear that.
Joy
Gonna
says
walk right
Cuban
out.
coffee. No, it's New Orleans coffee, but it's from back in the day, y'all. This is real coffee before it became processed.
Baby, y'all are
Coffee de
All
Maria.
hilarious.
coffee
Yeah,
farm.
that's why
That
I like
coffee's so
Costa Rican
strong, you
coffee.
only need like a half a teaspoon.
Y'all are
And
hilarious.
my daughters, they don't drink coffee. Neither one of
I
them
do.
drink coffee. And so that's why if I could bring it through the airport, I'm bringing that coffee and you can raffle
Could not bring
both
both.
cans off.
I don't bring both
What is that?
cans. We're gonna fight in your room because they. Auntie Debbie, they tell me you a mess. You said I don't want nobody at my house. I'm giving all that coffee away.
They
Lord
stay
have
too
mercy.
long and they eat too much and they got too many problems.
You said that
All
coffee
right.
gonna make you feel too welcomed. No.
Stacy said it's a very rich coffee. It's strong. Y'all, that coffee is so good, y'all. If you like coffee, if you don't like coffee, then don't bother. Don't if you the best part of waking up. If that's you, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, Janice said that coffee is good. Okay, it's strong. If you're looking for some real good coffee, it's gonna cost a little bit more. It's small. A small you got to have a can opener. Millennials do not apply. You don't have a can opener. Golden, Goody, are you a millennial?
I'm gonna be 50 years old next year. I am not.
Okay, Goody got a can opener. Okay,
I got rid of the electric one too. I was like, no, I need to use my hand on this.
Okay, if you don't have a can opener, that's not your coffee. You're not ready yet. We're on a whole different level. This is a can opener kind of coffee.
Grown folk coffee for adults.
Shauna laughing.
Thank you so much.
Shauna laughing.
She was laughing. I've had me dying tonight. Oh God.
All right.
My
So this
side
has
hurts.
been a hell of a conversation, y'all. Let's go ahead and wrap it up tonight. God bless you
Yeah.
all. Y'all, I
bless
love
you.
y'all. Thank you for coming up. I love how we always end on a positive, but we stand on business. And we will see y'all tomorrow in the morning. Coffee time. I'll have it. I'm gonna put it early. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It'll be out there early. All right.
Okay,
All
dog.
right. Good night, ladies. Love you
Good
all. Good
night.
night,
Y'all
Queen
have a great
Sheba.
week.
Love
Love
y'all.
you.
Love you.
Night night and Debbie.
Good night.
Okay, Tiambi, they talking about. I guess Tiambi must have said something about coffee. All right. Good night, everybody. I'm gonna
Good
go.
night.
Good night.